What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I lead with caution.
Oh.
I said caution wrong because I got so nervous. Fuck.
I lead with caution. For what? Caution for what?
To ask how everybody's weekend was.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's fair.
I lead with
You should be slightly afraid of me.
caution.
Caution, yeah. I am cautious right now of the situation.
You.
Yeah. No, I know. I wouldn't want to be around me either.
Your mood when I walked in.
It's not good. It's because here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's the depressive Monday where now like my family's group chat of my whole dad's side is just like you're going through everything. Everybody's texting about how they feel. Everybody's texting about what the team should do.
Right.
This, that, and the other thing. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, the Eagles lost on Sunday.
Yes.
Nothing with my family besides the fact that the Eagles lost. And you know what? I can't say I didn't see it coming. This is my 1 minute quick thoughts. Can't say I didn't see it coming. Coaching's been inept all season. My brother and I were saying it. There hasn't been one enjoyable moment this entire season because even when they were winning games, it was like just barely, and they were skating by because they have a lot of talent and the defense is fantastic, but the offense has been shit. We basically have the highest paid offense, and they lost to like the worst ranked defense. That San Francisco's defense, they were getting linebackers off the street like last week. So it was incredibly awful. You see every NFL analyst breaking down the plays and saying like, this offense is elementary at best. Their scheming is god awful. Kevin Matula is terrible, the offensive coordinator. I hope he gets fired. People think maybe Sirianni could get fired. I don't know if that'll happen because they did just win a Super Bowl. So you would think that they give him some grace, but he doesn't do anything on this. Like, he can't call plays. So he's really only as good as his coordinators. And Kevin Matula is his bestie. He hired him in-house. It was a disaster. So he better be okay with that guy being fired because that's going to be, I think, ownership's scapegoat of where to place blame on this season. A.J. Brown had talked a lot the whole year, but I feel like A.J. Brown was right. Like all season long, he was like, we have problems that if they're not fixed, we're going to lose. And they lost. Granted, he dropped 3 balls that he could have caught. That was bad. So it's like, well, maybe if you played your best, you could have saved it. So lots of thoughts, lots of sadness. It's very hard to repeat. And this season, I didn't have a lot of faith in them because they didn't change. There weren't any changes made when there needed to be. And I said I was almost glad that they lost because it'll force them to make the changes. If they did keep winning and say made it to the next round or the NFC Championship game, I think they would have been able to excuse it as it was still a very successful season. I know we didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but losing in the first round of the playoffs, it's like, okay, well, what everybody was saying was true, was that this is bad. So that's my thoughts on the Eagles. Season's over. I'm sad about it. And yeah.
I'm sad for you, Franny.
Thanks.
I was very disappointed in the Eagles. I was mad at them.
Yeah.
For letting you down.
I was mad too. It was incredibly frustrating to watch.
I was really bummed out for you because
incredibly frustrating
it was a very close
watch.
Game.
Yeah. And they had their chances and they still couldn't do it because the offense fucking sucks.
A good game from an observer who wants to be like, oh my God, who's going to win? But a bad game for somebody who is rooting for one of the teams because it was so close the entire time.
Yeah, and to do that at home in Philadelphia is just bad. It's just bad.
When Saquon got hurt, I thought, oh no.
I know. And it was just like San Francisco is extremely well coached, and that was the perfect example of a well-coached team versus a poor coached team with the personnel that they have. Because San Francisco is extremely hurt. They don't have a lot of their starting players. George Kittle popped his Achilles in the game, which was awful.
What's going on with the Achilles thing lately? Real bad,
I know. Well, here's my thing with the Achilles. I think a lot of players especially this time of the season, and I think it goes for basketball as well. Like when it gets down to the playoffs, they've played so much and they're dealing with injuries already. Like Kittle's had a bunch of injuries all season that he's been dealing with. And when that happens, like your body, I think that, especially that part of your body, you're overcompensating because like you got, maybe your knee isn't doing so great or maybe your ankle isn't feeling so great, but you're trying to push through it. You're trying to play. And when you're trying to do that, your Achilles is like, you're putting a lot of pressure on me to overcompensate, and then it pops. That's my, that's not a doctor. I have really no evidence to back that up besides every time I feel like somebody, recently when this happens and a player tears their Achilles, it's like, oh, well, the last few weeks they've been dealing with some other injury and then this happens. So, no, it's awful. But like I was saying, like San Francisco depleted, do not have their best players, but they're extremely well coached and they were able to make it click and win, with the opposite side of the Eagles being an extremely talented team and allegedly having all this star power. And you can only put up 19 points. So it's good. I think this is the end of Jake Elliott's time, our kicker. He missed that extra point, which loomed large, obviously, with the way that the game went, being down 4 at the end instead of down 3. If he made that extra point, he could have kicked a field goal to tie the whole thing. So it was very windy for sure. That's, people are talking about how windy it was, but he's had some he's had some pretty key misses this season. So
no
You're
excuse.
right. You're right. It is not. It's not. That's, yeah, I won't keep talking about it because I could keep talking about it forever.
You
but
can
it was
air
just
your grievances as long as you want.
I know, it's just sad. Because the window of opportunity is really not that big for a team like this that has all this talent and they are being paid so much money, because you're not going to be able to afford to pay all these players, especially on the defense. I feel like we might end up losing one of these, either Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter, and see what happens with the offense. And people are very mad at AJ Brown, so they're already calling for him to be traded. But he makes so much fucking money, so we'll see. But yeah, and I'm gonna enjoy watching the rest of the playoffs.
True.
That's a good positive spin. Yeah, I'm just a bystander now, just for the love of the game.
Go Bills.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Bills.
Yeah,
I'm also rooting for the Bears. I think I'm happy for my people in Chicago, and I'm happy for like a team that can turn it around that quickly. I think is very exciting. And also, I like to see what would make the best drama or scenario for our company.
Patriots, Bears.
And so I really do think that would be best case scenario. So I'm rooting for the Bears. And that's where I'm at now. Because it's really like the Bears against the entire NFC West.
All very
Seahawks,
exciting
Niners.
games though. Like
all the games. They were. Saturday's games were great. Packers fans, I feel your pain.
As somebody who likes to clock in for the playoffs, this is now my time. I'm like, oh, these games are fun and interesting. I feel bad for my Packers friends.
My Packers friends.
I feel bad for Daddy LaFleur.
Yeah, because let me tell you,
talking a lot about him being fired.
Coaching ineptitude. I got you.
Oh God,
that's some coaching malpractice right there from him, and I feel you. I feel your pain. I feel like we can agree on that one.
What do you think about that handshake after the game? Everyone's talking about.
Yeah, but Ben Johnson was just fired up. I don't know. He was excited. He beat them. He was like and just like shook his hand and ran away.
I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah,
people are saying it's kind of like disrespectful, but
no, but
I had no problem with
it. Spare me with like that issue. He's excited. This team stunk last year. That was an insane comeback, their biggest comeback ever, and in the playoffs. And yeah, everyone was also him screaming like "fuck the Packers" in the locker room. Everyone was mad about that too. The players love him, and you know what? In the moment, they just won. They're like "fuck the Packers." if you're the Packers, that sucks to see 100%. But
it's good for the rivalry.
I can't like get on my soapbox and be like, that's so disrespectful. Like everybody on Twitter is like, that was so disrespectful.
Well, that's like a Sirianni move. I feel like even was it that last week where he was
he
like
probably
walking
would do some dumb shit
hallway,
like that. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Like, I'm just over. I'm over him defending Batula in any way, and I hope Jeffrey Lurie sends Batula packing. And if Sirianni says like, oh, if he goes, like if he puts up a stink, I hope Lurie threatens to fire his ass too. So,
how about the Patriots winning?
It was a good game.
It was
it a good game?
Well, it wasn't
a good game.
It
To be
wasn't
honest,
a great game for the Patriots, but you just want to get the win. So
no, yes, it's good because they won, but the game itself was pretty boring.
the defense looked good.
Yeah,
Herbert.
I told Noah, don't
he
fret.
got fucking rocked.
I told Noah, do not fret. We were texting yesterday. I said, Justin Herbert has never won a playoff game. Don't worry, little bro. You got this. Also, I noticed none of you guys do it. The pool in the office with the...
I've never done it.
I've never done it.
I'm not like a gambler.
This is my second year doing it, and I'm in 6th place right now. Out of 49 people.
Yeah, good for that's amazing.
That's like
right?
a March Madness. So like after the first weekend, you're like, I'm winning.
No, I know that I'm going to end up like in last.
Yeah, this is a very lazy take for me, but every time when I get that email and there's like a lot of instructions,
yeah,
I'm out.
I kind of am the same way. It's a lot of reading.
Like,
no thanks.
I'm out. And every time, like when Stephen Shea sends the email and it's like, you have to go to this website. It's really old because it hasn't been updated in a while. I'm like, I'm out.
It was really easy, actually. But I understand. I totally understand. You're
like, that's too many
steps. That one out.
That's too many steps.
I totally get it. This is my second year doing it. Last year, I was like almost in complete last, which you also win if you're in last. So like, it's first and last win. So...
Does last win or they just get the money back?
They get I think first and last place get money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because so that everyone stays involved. Because if you're in last, you just like lose interest.
Right.
But I did pick the Patriots for my 13th, which is like your number one lock.
Yeah.
And so that's why when we were texting yesterday, that I had a lot riding on it.
Yeah, I was like, why are you like?
Right, you need
I was
you
like
need
really well because Matt does his.
Yeah.
And then he tells me, do not listen to anything I'm saying. Do it yourself or like do it with your dad.
Right.
You know,
right.
so like my dad can like get involved. And so me and my dad had a call about it.
Yeah.
And we were pretty aligned on our picks, you know? And I do have to be completely honest.
You picked against the Eagles.
I picked because in my heart I wanted the Eagles to win.
Yeah, the smart pick was to bet against them for sure.
Pick the 49ers.
Yeah.
And it led me to that. But that doesn't matter to me. No. You know, that win
so you weren't rooting for the 49ers.
I was rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah, no, I was going to
say
you weren't rooting for the 49ers.
If the Eagles, but then I thought if the 49ers win, then I get another win.
You were hedging it. It's like if they lose, well, at least my bet.
At least the pool's good.
Yeah.
But I was definitely rooting for them. So
it sucks, but you know.
Going forward, we got the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills. I'm rooting for the Bills for sure. Excited for them.
So do the Bills and the Bears play each other?
No, the Bills and the Broncos play now. The Bears will play the Rams.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, the Patriots are going to play the winner of tonight's game.
Oh, I think the Rams will probably win, right?
The Bears are in the NFC, so basically the only teams left in the NFC are the NFC West teams. So it's literally the Bears, which is not, but then it's Rams, 49ers, Seahawks that are all from the same division.
Damn.
So the 49ers and the Seahawks are playing again for the third time. And the Rams will go to Chicago to play the Bears, which, you know, I think as far as home field advantage goes, having that game in Chicago is big for them because the Rams are notoriously not great in the cold.
True. They're used to that warm weather.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And that's talking football.
I would love to like someone just. This is their first episode, and they're like,
no.
Honestly, the last.
Well, because
two episodes,
what's funny is like we never put this in the title or anything, so it's gonna say Golden Globes recap plus weekly watch report, and then they're gonna be like, these chicks have been talking about football for 20 minutes.
Hey, it's about that time.
Yeah,
we can do it all.
Hey, we're multifaceted. We can do it all, and you better believe I had that split screen going for the Golden Globes and the football last night. sound for the Golden Globes, of course, because the football wasn't.
You don't need the sound for that.
No.
What do you want to hear? Tom Brady?
It wasn't Tom Brady.
I know he did the Eagles. Sorry.
Yeah. Honestly, Tom would have been a fucking better coach. Tom, the whole second half was like, all right, they're getting some momentum. Let's go a little up tempo. Let's get this offense rolling. Let's get them going. And they weren't listening.
No.
They were not listening.
They were
to
not
Tom.
listening.
And they should have been listening to Tom.
Would you want John Harbaugh?
Would I want Harbaugh as a coach?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He kind of a similar situation. Where I kind of want a head coach with a little bit of more of an offensive mind.
Yeah.
Like look what Shanahan's done with the 49ers. It's very impressive. So, anyway, now I'm done talking football.
That was very nice of you to give a lot of props to the 49ers.
They played a great game with a very
I'm just saying, it's nice,
Yeah.
How else was the weekend besides that for everybody? Noah and I had a night out on Friday.
I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty epic.
You guys got by the West Village limos.
We fell victim to the West Village limos.
Which is, I have a friend that often falls victim to the West Village limos.
This is the first time I'm ever even hearing about that.
Oh, she texted me and was like, I see Rhea is our latest victim.
Well, we were passing by the limos. I said, guys, let's get in one of them.
Yeah.
And they said, you could just get in one of these limos. I said, yeah, I know Lolo Sinclair. He
was like, yeah, but I know, let me tell you, Fran's got a friend that she'll ride that limo 10 blocks.
Listen,
to the next bar.
If I know correctly, these are the West Village limos.
They are, and you can just,
we did get in it, and our guy was very sketchy, making multiple stops around the city.
He stopped
with no
in
warning.
the middle of the street, got out of the limo, went into a store. No explanation. We were like, why are we stopped?
Twice.
Yeah.
First time we drove all the way uptown. He went into a store. He said he needed a charger. I didn't believe that.
Yeah, that's a risk. That's a risk when you get in.
It is definitely a risk. Then we went downtown, and he went into a weed store. And he came out and he said, sorry, I had to get a little
cannabis. That was
cannabis.
impressive because he didn't pull over. He just stopped in the middle of the street.
He did not pull over. He just stopped in the middle of the street and made all the cars behind him wait. No, you couldn't go around him. It was a small street. So we were like, we should get out soon.
Yeah.
No, that was just when I was like questioning the whatever bottle we were drinking out of. I was like, hope this is okay.
And that's why I didn't drink out of it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
They have a
bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
They
was it unopened?
It was unopened.
It was unopened.
Oh, okay.
But I still was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll let Noah drink it and everybody else. I will say we did go to dinner and Noah brought his EpiPen and I was so
proud of you.
Happy. And he handed it to me and anointed me as his savior just in case.
Well, they were asking who would I have
who would you want to
and
stab
I said,
you?
Probably Rhea.
Yeah.
At that table, like.
Who are the options? Kelly, Tommy,
yeah.
And Marty?
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, I would go with you too.
Yeah, it just seemed like, I was like, guys, honestly, put your hands down. I know him the best, and clearly it's me.
Yeah.
But I was so proud of him for bringing it.
Yeah.
And then there was a chance because they cooked their fries in peanut oil, and I was about to take the risk, but they said it's not worth it.
Yeah, he said, I think I'm going
to
risk this. And I said,
it's refined peanut oil, which is what Chick-fil-A uses, where they which I still don't understand, but they take the allergic part out. But I was like,
very interesting.
But you don't eat Chick-fil-A for that reason.
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
But yeah, we fell victim to the West Village limo, had a nice ride.
It'll get you.
It'll get you. And I learned from you and your friends that it will get you. But we had a nice time. Sunday was my nephew's baptism, which was lovely. And then the Golden Globes, which were so much fun and so funny. I literally was cackling the entire night away until I had a panic attack mid Timmy Chalamet's speech. So with my endometriosis, I go through months where it's like, oh my God, I'm healed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel amazing.
I feel amazing. There's no way I have this anymore. And then I'll get a couple periods in a row that I'm like, oh my God, this is really bad. This is acting up. I'm really having a flare up. And the past couple periods that I've had have been those type where it's like debilitating cramps on the floor of my shower, throwing up, like just bad news.
The last 2 weeks I feel like have been really
the last
rough for
couple
you.
ones have been real bad. And the last time I got surgery was 8 years ago. And so surgery removes what's there and then it grows back, like slowly grows back. And the way that you like slow the growth is with birth control. I take birth control and, you know, they say it helps slow the growth. But it's been 8 years since I've had my first surgery. Yeah. So lately I've just been like, oh man, you know, do I got to spin the block on this thing? And I get so frustrated because, you know, I am somebody who obviously, you know, loves to feel well. Yeah. And I love to keep a positive mindset about it. And I like to kind of like be like, oh yeah, I felt like shit, but like, it's fine. Like I'm doing whatever. And I have to be reminded by people that it's okay to not feel well. But I hate not feeling well. And that's what gets me like amped up and frustrated. And then like, you know, so
that's where the panic attacks come
in. So then I get like all, you know, I was down like a rabbit hole of like Googling last night because I had not been feeling well this period. So obviously I went down a rabbit hole of like Googling, and then TikTok was giving me all videos about endometriosis.
Disaster.
And on one hand, I would like to say that I'm really, really happy that it is people are becoming more aware. Yeah. More women are getting checked. People are listening to women about their symptoms because, you know, when I was 15, which is when basically my doctor was like, I believe that you have this. You know, it wasn't, I had to like find a specialist. And even originally when I would go to the hospital like in high school all the time because I had cysts on my ovaries and it was a whole thing. And then because of my mom having endometriosis was the only reason anybody like would listen to me. Yeah. But now it seems like people are more are listening. I saw Lily Reinhart. She got surgery recently. Finally, like she was like, somebody listened to me, my symptoms. And so on one hand, I'm very, very happy that people are listening to women who are going through this. On the other hand, I was getting flooded with videos that were like really scary about how it could spread to all different places. And it can. It's not just like around your reproductive area. It can really spread to like your back, your brain, your liver, your lungs, like all these different things. And so I really started like scaring myself last night.
Yeah, and
instead of just going to the doctor, which I'm going to do, and which I do. But the last time I went to the gynecologist, I did have a cyst on my ovary, but it wasn't. And it's one of those things where like every doctor is different, and that's why I have been to a couple because you have one doctor that's like, oh well, the cyst, you know, it's there, it's not big enough to be removed, it'll go away. But then you deal with like, which I have been dealing with since, you know, I was like 14, 15 years old, was that I would get cysts and then they would burst. And that's when I would go to the hospital, was because I would be like, what is this feeling? And then they'd be like, you had a cyst that burst. Now I kind of know what that feeling's like. So when I get that pain in my ovary where like I can't stand up straight, I'm like, it feels like I had a cyst that burst. You know, like the pain is familiar. And I'm just so used to working through it. Like I'm so used to just being like, I don't know, whatever. And it'll pass, because then months go by and it doesn't happen. But then you have bad flare-ups. And it's just frustrating when you just want to feel well and you just have this thing that like can really make you feel like shit, and it's kind of feels invisible sometimes. And it feels like people like don't believe you when you don't feel well. And it sucks because in recent years I have like I feel like I really take care of myself. Like I feel like I'm the healthiest I've ever been with the way I eat and exercise, and I feel strong. I feel stronger than ever, and I love it. So some days I just fucking love how I feel. And then the days that I don't, I just like really beat myself up. And, you know, that sucks. Yeah. You know, and thankfully you remind me, you're like, it's okay. You know, you're like, you
it's
have
not fair of you to do to yourself.
But I like really, you know, beat myself up. And thankfully I have an amazing husband who's always like, it's okay. You know, like all these great things. And my mom, who went through it, is good to talk to as well, because she is always like advocating for like, you know, you should really, you know, you basically don't end up like me, who like, you know, had such a bad experience with it. But yeah, just feeling down last night about it because it just fucking frustrated. Yeah. Like last week, you know, in the middle of the night, I just was like puking my brains out. Sorry, I know people don't want to hear that on Monday. But and then like had to wake up and just be like, you know what? All right, well, I feel fine now. But last night was fucking shitty and it sucks. I just want to, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be positive about it.
I can only imagine how frustrating it is because you are doing everything. You're doing everything you can.
I am.
And it's just part of living.
And I've tried different birth controls, like, because some are better than others. And I feel like the one that I have been on, in the past couple of years has been really good for me. But then obviously not every month is going to be perfect. And it just sucks. It really does.
No,
so anybody out there who's dealing with
sucks.
it.
Sometimes you're like, I got my period. I just had it 2 weeks ago. I'm like, what?
I know. And that's
or it lasts
the thing.
too long, or it skips, or it's this or that. And then like the pain comes and goes. And you're like, well, my back's been hurting me for 5 days. Then you're like, well, I just got my period. It's just like, it's really debilitating.
It is.
It's brutal.
And when I feel, it always goes inside with my period. Because I'm like, oh, something's weird. And then it's like, well, I had my period. Oh, but I had my period 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it just is annoying. And anybody who's dealt with that, they know that like it can be, you could just like get random spotting in the middle of the month and this and that and the whole other thing. And it sucks. But, I did get surgery 8 years ago. And when I got that surgery, they found I had pelvic congestion syndrome, which is like varicose veins grow on your pelvis inside your body, which could cause like your legs to hurt, the whole thing. And then they like removed a liter of blood off my colon, which was a whole thing. And I'm like, it has been quite some time.
Right.
But I will say the last time I went to the doctor and had talked about like, when do you do surgery again? They were saying that they try to avoid it because building up that scar tissue before you get pregnant, which I am not planning to have kids for, years. So that, but still it's something you worry about.
You want.
It's still something you want. It's still something I want, still something I worry about in the future. So, the building up that scar tissue, the last time I talked to my doctor, it was like, we try to avoid that because, you never know in the future if you're trying to get pregnant, the whole thing. So I was just feeling like panicky about it last night. And all of a sudden, as I'm trying to enjoy Timmy's speech, I'm simultaneously Googling.
Yeah.
And I just freaking freaked out. Like I was like, oh my God, sheer panic. Is it spreading all over my body in this very instant? It's not.
Yeah.
But it is have to remind myself it's a normal thing to be worried about and be stressed about.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I just don't like talking about it because, like I said, I have been dealing with this since I'm like 15.
Yeah.
And so I've gone to multiple doctors, and although advice is very appreciated because people do have good advice of how to deal with things, I don't like the scary messages or anything of that sort. So if we can refrain from that, I would appreciate it. But I do like talking about it to bring awareness and help other women who can relate, and because I know it's very relatable.
It absolutely is. There's a lot of women that silently suffer with endometriosis, and I still think a lot of people still don't really know what it is.
Yes.
So it is great that you talk about it. I mean, I don't think I would have known what it is if I hadn't met you and told me about it. So I just think that I know that there are definitely some voices, that are more vocal about it. Lily Reinhart posted about it. Olivia Culpo's always been very vocal about it, that share. And I think that's extremely helpful because I think like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I imagine even when you see those people, it's like, oh,
I do.
Look at her having to deal with this shit too.
I do. I feel so bad for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am like so happy to see it because I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm not making this pain up in my head, which sometimes I convince myself that I am.
Yeah. And when they're always like, you have to advocate for yourself if you know that something is wrong.
This is a sign right now if you're listening to this and you feel, and sometimes it's not even just around your period. It could be in the middle. I have flare-ups that'll come every couple of months that it's a pain that lasts me, no joke, it'll come for like 24 hours and I'll just be like up through the night and then it'll go away and then I won't feel it for months. So if you're listening right now and you feel like, there's something weird about my period, whatever, you can bring it up to your doctor and explore that. And there are specialists, there are great specialists for it. Because if you don't bring it up, a lot of times, some doctors don't even fucking know what it is.
Exactly.
And that is extremely frustrating as well. But that was kind of where my head was at last night. And then got through it, ate some Chinese food, had some comfort food, and giggled my ass off at the rest of the Golden Globes. Because let me tell you, that show was so entertaining. One of the most entertaining award shows that we've had in quite some time.
It was, because Nikki Glaser just does a fantastic job. But we'll get into our full recap. Know anything you want to share from your weekend? Besides your big Friday night out?
Besides the epic limo ride we had?
No, I don't think so. It was Murray's birthday on Saturday. Shout out Murray. Turned 7.
Happy birthday, Murray.
Happy birthday, Murray.
Yeah.
He's 7?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
I wish dogs would live forever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, Murray is going to live forever. So.
Yeah, Murray is.
Yeah, so true.
Your mom got a new foster?
Pearl.
Aww.
Did you see it? And she looks like a pearl if you see it.
I saw her. She does.
Dog's name Pearl really.
It's a great name for a dog.
Take the name up.
You know what I decided this weekend, and it's because Joe made a chili on Saturday. That
rainy day chili.
Yeah.
Yum.
That Chili is a fantastic dog name, and I will be keeping that in the tank.
That's Cody Co and Kelsey Crapple's dog's name.
Yes, it is. And I think it's a fantastic dog name. And I was like, damn, how cute would a little Olive and Chili?
Ooh,
they'd be so cute.
That would be really cute.
Yeah.
Are you
that's down the
thinking
line.
about...
No, I'm not at all. I'm not currently. Eventually I would love to have another dog because I think dogs thrive with a buddy.
With companions,
Yeah. So it would, but not in the current moment.
Wait,
now.
Speaking of dogs, have you guys seen this Jennifer Lawrence stuff?
Oh,
people are really like picking sides here.
I saw.
Here's the thing: the gist of what she did, I understand. Which, if people don't know, she had I think some sort of like Chihuahua mix or something, and she had the dog before having kids, and then when she had her kid, I think does she have 1 or 2 kids?
I think she has 2.
2? I forget. Anyways, the dog had bit her son. And after that had happened, the dog went to live with her parents. So everyone was like, ooh, I don't know. It's sensitive. I understand that. I think that there's a lot when it comes to dogs and babies and introducing that relationship in a really cautious way, and also teaching kids at a young age how to interact with dogs.
Yeah. Because
nothing drives me more crazy. And granted, a lot of these kids don't have dogs, so they don't know. But when I see a kid like meeting a dog for the first time, and their face is up in their face, and the dog's tail is between its legs, and all the signs are there, and these kids are just like in these dogs. I'm like, you can't have your kid in this dog's face. And I don't know what happened with what situation happened with Jennifer Lawrence. I think it was the way she said
That's
it.
what I'm hearing. I didn't actually see the clip, but I heard she said it in like oh yeah, I just rehome my dog.
No, it was, she made a joke that people didn't like the joke. So she did like a talk I think it was at the 92Y. And she said that like after that happened, she was like, I'm done with dogs. Like, tell your friends. Like, you're out of here. Like, it was just like it was like, I hate dogs now because of this.
Yes.
So she just like kind of came for dogs. Right.
It
was like,
I think
it was like, now that my dog did this, well, now I hate dogs. And like, it made me have a hatred for dogs. It's basically what she was joking about. And everyone was like,
Right. I think the
Wrong
rehoming
message.
part is fine.
Yeah.
Especially if you're worried.
If it's safer for your
if it's
family,
safer
and you
for
know
the
that the
kids,
dog
but-
is in a good obviously the dog is with your parents.
Right. But the wording about
No.
it was poor.
I think the joke did not land well with people, of course.
No.
Like that was where people were like,
she said she wants to obliterate every dog.
yeah.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah,
people
that
were,
was the
that's
word
not
she
gonna
used.
go over.
I want because and then she like made a joke. She was like, and I was like, tell your friends. Like,
Yeah,
and it was
that's
like,
not gonna go over well.
All these articles. Jennifer Lawrence says she wanted to obliterate dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
That's a
just,
tough headline for sure.
That is tough.
I think, she definitely was trying to make a joke about it, and it did not land. It was.
I
a bad
didn't realize
joke.
Andy Cohen also did the same thing when he had kids. He
Yeah,
rehomed his
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I and he was very sensitive about that situation because his dog, his dog was very well known.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was the same kind of thing where, unfortunately, sometimes you don't know how your dog is going to react with little kids around, and sometimes the dog like just has a bad just has a bad reaction.
Yeah.
It's awful, and you want to try and do everything you can to prevent that situation from happening. But yeah. I believe Andy's dog also went to. I think they sent him to the farm. I know that sounds bad,
Oh.
but they
Sent-
really did send him to a like. I know
they
people
just
say
sent
that
him away.
I know people say that as like a
Be
meaning
free.
something else, but I actually think he did go to like a loving place, but it was a farm.
Oh, a loving place farm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, when you
go
say
to
sent him
farm,
to the
that
farm,
sounds
No, I
like-
know.
you, like,
I
just
know what
went-
I was saying. I know what I meant. Yes, he was placed in a new permanent home with his second family in Connecticut, where he is reportedly thriving. Though Andy still misses him, and they've had several happy reunions. But he started to show signs of aggression towards Ben, and it was just ultimately a heartbreaking decision. But it felt like the safest one for everyone's well-being. Yeah.
Freaking Ben.
But Andy Cohen didn't then go and watch What Happens Live and say, I want to obliterate all dogs.
Yeah, he avoided that.
I remember when this happened, and he was very open and honest about and how devastating it was to him to have to do it too. So, she could have been maybe a little more sensitive about the word choice.
didn't need the obliterate
all dogs.
Yeah, I watched that clip and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
No,
Not good.
Not good.
No, that was the word I was trying to remember what the word was.
Right.
Obliterate, not good.
Yeah. It was pretty, it was an aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
sentence.
Yeah. But but Pearl, how are Murray and Pearl doing?
Apparently fine, but I
Yeah.
don't think that they're like the type that I don't think they like get each other, like they're not like wrestling and stuff.
Yeah, they're just
It's
minding-
also like Murray's so much bigger than her.
Yeah. She did look little.
Yeah.
She young.
She's
is she
like
baby?
she's like a puppy. She's like 6-7 months, I think.
Oh, she was really cute.
Yeah.
Well, hoping for Pearl to get
Yeah, if
adopted.
anyone wants Pearl.
Yeah.
Simon Sitz, Isabel, the accountant, she just had 2 little Chihuahua mixes that were named after their heat rivalry. They were Shane and Ilya, and they just got adopted this weekend. So they were so
That's so
Together?
cute.
well, they're a bonded pair. Sometimes
Oh,
you
wow.
have they have them rescues that have the bonded pairs. They get adopted together.
Thank God, just like Shane and Ilya.
Exactly.
Just like Hudson and Connor.
Hence the names.
Yes.
But yeah.
It is crazy now, like, so my sister and her husband and Luca still live with my parents, and Luca and Norman are like the same size. So that's been really interesting.
Yeah.
But, my parents are in the camp like, well, we will never rehome Norman. Like, he's the family dog.
No, Norman
now.
lives their whole
He
family.
lives a great life.
Yeah.
But it's a spoiled life, and then you have a baby coming to the mix.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
With Luca. So he just gets like when my mom is like, holding Luca, whatever, like Norman's like, where are my kisses? Like, and he'll start, like licking and being all like, give me my kisses. So you got to like really spread the love between them, because it also doesn't help that they're like the same size.
Yeah.
How old is Norman? Like 5.
Norman is about to be 6 years old. So
Crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. But
Little chunk.
yeah, he's living the life. Too spoiled. He is like thick.
Yeah, he lives a good life out
He does.
there.
He lives a good life.
Lives a
He's
good life.
well fed.
Yeah. Yep.
But between those two, they are fighting for the attention. They both get a lot of attention.
Yep.
A lot of it. All right, let's get into the rest of the show. We're going to be talking all about the Golden Globes and Weekly Watch Report. Very important things to talk about.
Major things to
We
talk
have
about.
major things to talk about with all those. So it may sound like little topics, but we have a lot to say.
No, we have a lot to say. Traitors is back, so we have full Traitors.
And we both did our
recap.
homework.
We did what we said we were going to do.
For maybe the first time ever.
Yeah.
Because we get on the show and we're like, I gotta watch it. And we never do. This time we did. So I'm really proud of us for that.
Highly anticipated Tangled and Coco reviews coming.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm gonna watch Tangled again tonight.
It's so good.
Okay, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it. We'll start off with the Golden Globes.
Whether you're here for the big plays, the tailgate energy, or the chance to hype up your crew, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, turns game day into an absolute vibe. Maybe you're new to betting. It's simple. Pick your team or a player you love watching. Zero stress, all fun, just more energy for your game day. If you're like me, where your team's already out, it's over. The playoffs, maybe your team didn't make the playoffs, but you want to have some fun and you're new to betting. Maybe you got a team you're going to root for in the playoffs, some favorite players. It's time to get in on the action, in on the fun. I know I certainly will be, to make these days a little bit more exciting because my team's not in it anymore. So to make sure that the next couple weekends have some fun, throw some bets in. It'll make, ropes you in. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CHICKS. New customers can turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins with code CHICKS. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Sunday night was the Golden Globes hosted by Nikki Glaser.
Round of applause. Standing O. I'd stand if it wouldn't ruin speaking into the microphone.
Right.
She is so good. She crushed it again. I think, really in her rhythm. First time she was amazing, but the second time I'm sure the nerves are a little bit less. Mm-hmm. And God, she's just so good. She's so good at what she does, especially when it comes to the roasting where she goes there, but it is still in a, coming from a loving place.
It's tasteful. It's very tasteful.
Yes.
She's always complimenting while roasting at the same time. It's superb. She really did, in my opinion, a spectacular job. I was belly laughing so hard. And I don't know if it's just because I love Nikki Glaser or because the jokes were that good. In my opinion, they were that good. There were a couple of highlights. Leonardo DiCaprio, she did the classic joke about his girlfriend, being below 30. But then she circled it around and said, we just don't know anything else about you, man. And I thought that was so good. The delivery of that line was so good. And then she recalled the 1991 Teen Bee interview of where he says he loves pasta. Yep. And just bringing that all together and the research that you have to do to get to that joke was so well done because it is a played out joke, but she did it in a way that made it all come together. The Michael B. Jordan joke, I was laughing about that all night long. Number one, you can tell the room was hesitant to laugh about the two brothers joke, which I thought was very well done.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Michael B. Jordan to Nikki B. Jerkin.
Nikki B. Jerkin is hysterical.
Perfect. It's hysterical. And then she was like, it should have been a DM. Like all of that together was so well done. Yeah. And so fucking funny. And you see Michael B. Jordan's mom in the back just like taking a sip of her drink. Like, how do I react to this right now? Michael B. Jordan's like, do I laugh?
Yeah.
Do I not? Like, it just was so funny. She had been doing interviews last week where she talked about how she had been going to LA clubs to work on her monologue. And did a couple of Julia Roberts jokes that no one in the crowd laughed at. They did not like Julia Roberts jokes. So instead, she flipped it around to make fun of the podcasters while complimenting Julia Roberts, which I thought was perfect. She was like, why are these podcasters allowed to be near Julia Roberts? Something to that effect, which was so good. You know, Kevin Hart jokes will always land.
Always.
Kevin Hart being short is always going to play.
Yeah.
The Steve Martin short joke with Kevin Hart and The Rock making comedy for people under 50 IQ.
Yeah.
Perfect. Like, and you're always going to get
Kevin really wanting to win. They were really hitting that one home too. Like even on the carpet, they were like, we know you. I don't know what, I forget what is, I think the Entertainment Tonight team was doing the carpet as well. And the Kevin Hart jokes were flying. A lot of Kevin Hart jokes. But clearly he did really want to win.
Yeah.
And you could even tell that from Julia Roberts being like, I begged Kevin to stay after he lost because he's probably just wanted to leave.
I love any jokes about Kevin Hart. I also still think Kevin Hart is very funny.
Yeah.
When she was saying, I would listen to Ariana Grande sing the phone book, just grab the one that Kevin's sitting on. Perfect. Like, all of it just was so well done. So
good.
Tasteful, so funny. You get the room laughing. I hate when it pans to the audience, though, and you just see people not paying attention or, like, not laughing.
Yeah.
And it just, like, rubs me the wrong way. And it's never anybody, like, I recognize. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, maybe it's plus ones or people that are studio heads or whatever it is. Maybe they're focused on something else, but they're like on their phone or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Just enjoy the goddamn moment. But for the most part, they all do. I love how much Adam Sandler seems to love Nikki Glaser. Because at one point she was standing right next to him doing a little bit. And he was just watching her with like smiling ear to ear.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, he really appreciates this. He thinks this is very funny. And that's the highest compliment. If you're Nikki Glaser, do you really care if, you know, whoever, some stickler snob is laughing?
Yeah.
No, but when you get Adam Sandler and Martin Short and Steve Martin, some of the funniest people laughing, you did a job well done. Talking about how you're never too old for money, to need money with Martin Short and Steve Martin. There were a couple other great standouts.
Yeah, no. She crushed it. She was fantastic. And her sketches as well were really funny. The AMC Nicole Kidman joke into the podcast thing was hysterical with the clips from the podcast. You know, we were all laughing about that good hang moment with Gwyneth Paltrow. She was like, I like to have dinner at 6.
No, it was so good because it
was perfectly timed. Like what cookie is smart, the smart list team loves. And it's this, it is what we do. It really is what we do. And is hysterical. Like, you know, a serious Jane Goodall moment on Call Her Daddy. And then it's like, this episode's brought to you by Tinder. Like, it's like, it's just, they nailed that. That was perfection. I thought that was really, really funny. And my God, did they really give the podcast category its moment? It was not something that they, you know when if you won original score, which the guy who did Sinners
I've seen
won,
a lot of people upset about.
It was not
that.
part of the show, but you better believe they did a full Snoop Dogg announcement of podcasts.
I was stunned that this was an award that they presented on stage.
On stage.
Although, you know, the sketch I thought was perfectly summed up podcast because we get on here and we talk about silly shit all the time, and it made me feel even better for them to play a clip of Smartless of them talking about what favorite cookie. You know, what's their favorite cookie? It's like we all do it. We all get on here. We all do it. We end up in these stupid conversations. We all do it.
And that clip from Good Hang was like the fun. I was laughing at
I shared that on my story last week. I was like, I relate to this, and like it's just these little things that you relate to.
Yep.
That you don't even realize how silly the conversation it is, but it is all very relatable. But I stunned that it was a category they presented on stage.
Yeah.
But
well, they knew it. They knew who they were giving it to, so it's like
right.
Yeah, a lot of those podcasts
have
are like already actors anyway.
Right,
so
and when you have Amy Poehler, the chance to have Amy Poehler get up there,
category was hysterical to have all like legit very famous people, and then it's like and NPR.
Right. Amy Poehler getting up there and being like, I don't know about award shows, but when they get it right, it makes sense. And it's like, that's a perfect joke. So relatable when she brings up, like, she's like, all right, mom and dad, you can go back to watching the Patriots game, which is like, it's Amy fucking Poehler.
I just fucking love her. And I love Good Hang. It really is. Like, I'm a Good Hang stan.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning, like, I'm chomping at the bit for the new Good Hang episode.
It's so comforting. It's so funny. Amy Poehler has such good banter with anybody who sits in that
Truly,
chair.
everybody.
And I saw some people being like, well, she just started the podcast. Well, guess what? It's amazing.
When did she
it doesn't really matter.
Last year?
I want to say maybe last year.
Within the last year.
Definitely within last year.
It was pretty early on that she had Tina Fey on.
Yeah.
Since March 2025.
March 2025. Sure. Yeah, so I guess like 8 months.
Hey, it was like when we got nominated for People's Choice Awards after Just Start.
Right. Yeah. That's true. And everyone was like, what the fuck? No, but
no, it was it
is
so
cool because this is our job for it to be brought
entering the mainstream.
Yeah, be highlighted like this.
Joe Santagato posted that on his story.
Did he?
He posted at Amy Poehler and Good Hang, like, people like you bringing this into the mainstream, makes it great for all of us. And I do agree with that because we could get laughed at for what we do for a living, and we laugh too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it really does bring comfort to people's lives. And I think Amy Poehler, especially in that category, really does bring some comfort. I will say though, I was yelling at my TV because I was like, Mel Robbins better not fucking win this award. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Listen, let them all you want. I did not want her to win that award.
Right. Let them, but don't let her win.
Yeah, let them, but not this. I think it was Gia too. We were texting about it.
Yeah,
we were just like, don't, that sounds.
No, look. Everyone has their own personal taste. That's just the way it is.
It's just been a bit oversaturated.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But love what she's doing and love that she's inspiring people.
Yep.
Because she really is.
It is a good message.
It is.
It is a good message. It just, when it gets shoved down your throat,
right.
That's when it's a lot.
And it doesn't work for everything.
Yeah, right.
You can't let them do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I draw. My mother-in-law used to let them recently, and I was like, but sometimes you can't let them.
Sometimes you can't. Yeah. No, that is true. But no, I feel like that was definitely a big moment. It's always a long show, but I feel like I really enjoyed. There wasn't too much filler, like stupid filler, which I thought was good. Like it flowed really well. Whoever was DJing, I must have a word because the music that played, I couldn't believe my ears. It was like 2010s pop hits. DJ, like, I was like, am I at a Sweet 16? Am I at a bat mitzvah? Like, what is happening that this DJ is like, Stellan Skarsgård is coming up to win an award and it's like, yeah. Like, you're like, oh, best movie, one battle after another. We found love in a hopeless place. I'm like, what? Why are we picking these songs? Some of them made sense. Like some of them were kind of funny where you're like, oh, that is objectively funny. Judd Apatow coming out to Apatow was like clearly a decision made. Mm-hmm. But then there was just some that you were like, why the fuck is this song playing? I'm so sorry. 24 Karat Magic. Like no.
It was DJ Earworm. It was United States of Pop.
It was.
What did you think about the announcers?
Terrible.
I hated the announcers.
The
announcers was really unnecessary.
Will Timothy think highly? Let's find out.
If you're gonna announce, get their fucking names right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize for my French, but okay, we're talking on the podcast, you fuck up someone's name, fine, casual conversation. If I'm there at the Golden Globes doing that job,
right.
I am studying these names out loud, asking everybody I know to make sure Judd Apatow?
Yeah.
There were a couple other names they couldn't pronounce right. I said, what? Who gave them this job?
Yeah.
And then who allowed them to sit there after they announced the third name wrong? Like, yeah. I hated it.
I know. I don't know.
It was so cheesy.
Yes. It didn't need to be. It was cheesy.
To me, it felt like this. It was like, oh, we need to throw something else extra in there. No, you don't. Nikki Glazer's crushing it.
Yeah.
Her little bits once in a while in between the shows was all anybody needed during that.
The only funny one was the Jason Bateman thing. Like that did give me a chuckle.
Right.
But other than that, like the in-betweens, it did feel... It felt unnecessary. I guess they were just really trying to avoid any kind of dead air, which I get, but it's also like, just play the music then.
Don't worry,
it's
the music
fine.
filled that.
It's like we had the music plus the announcing. Like it was a lot.
The 2 minutes of while Stellan Skarsgård came from the rafters to get on stage filled quite enough of air time. I mean, poor guy.
Oh my God, that killed me. And I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of the carpet because I was watching the Eagles fucking lose. And then when I turned it on, it was just like a couple moments where I still don't understand how sometimes like these questions make it to TV, because dare I say this next generation is so much better, and the people they get to do the social clips, I'm like, put them on TV. Mary Beth Barone did the Golden Globes social. So fucking funny.
So funny.
So funny. Now, granted, like if that was on TV, would the olds not get the joke? Probably.
Like Dylan Efron didn't understand what was happening.
Watching it was fucking hysterical. And her, like, she was with Hunter Williams, which was so good. And there was a ton. They were all coming on my TikTok. I thought she was so funny and well prepared. Like it was well prepared. There were good questions, good games, good moments. And I think she's so fucking funny. So I thought that was just fantastic. And then like I'm watching Adam Brody and Leighton Meester get interviewed, and she's being asked like, so what are you thinking about this like renaissance for Leighton, you know, like a Leighton renaissance, like you're back, not that you ever left, but like you're back, and everyone's like really excited. It was just a ramble question, and it could have been worded in such a better way than like a renaissance. It's like you're acting like Leighton Meester's 75 years old and she's making her big return to television.
Every time
she's so young, like I'm like, why are we calling this like I get what you're saying. People are obsessed with what she's doing right now, and it's so fun. But word it that way. It's be like your last few projects. Everyone loves what you're doing. Like everyone's so excited to see you doing all these things. Not like we're having a run. Oh, but not like you left, because it's like what?
Every time I see a Leighton Meester interview, I just gear up to be crawling out of my skin.
Yeah.
Because you can tell
they just ask
Leighton Meester is fed up with these stupid ass questions she's being asked about, like Blair Waldorf. How would Blair feel about what Leighton's doing today? Like, it's like, shut the fuck up. And I literally crawl out of my skin every time I see it on Leighton Meester's face.
Right, you see
I'm
her.
like,
Yeah.
She hates these interviews.
Yeah.
And yet they still happen, and the questions have yet to change. So I'm with you. I turned on the red carpet and kind of zoned out. I was like, but you're right. Mary Beth Barone crushed the
I thought she
social.
was so funny. I'm loving all the clips.
Watching Dylan Efron just like not understand what was happening. And she was like, "Oh, that Efron family."
Yeah,
like it's just so funny because
he's like, "Oh, my brother Zach."
Yeah, it was perfect. It was so funny,
really good. She also had one with Damson Idris that was also really good too. That made me laugh because she's talking about driving the F1 cars. And then Brad Pitt was like going, and she's just like, "Oh, because he's old."
Yeah, it's so good when someone is just not afraid to say these things and be funny, and especially when you're, pinged for the job to do social, you kind of have to. You got to like go out there and.
I thought she was fantastic
and get the clips, but.
Any standouts for you on the carpet? Just carpet wise. Dress. I have some written down.
I love Tiana Taylor's look. That was up there for me. Loved Emma Stone's look.
Yep.
Loved Jennifer Lawrence's look. I thought Hudson Williams looked like Prince Eric, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I preferred Connor's. Not to compare my two guys.
No,
but I actually liked Connor's more than Hudson's, I thought.
Yeah, I think I'm just like a Hudson Williams stan. I don't know what's going on.
You do love him.
I'm like a Hudson Williams stan. I love Connor as well.
Yeah.
But
you lean Hudson.
I lean Hudson.
You lean Hudson. It's okay.
His personality is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with everything he says and does publicly. It's so funny. Their personalities in real life are opposite of what they are in the show.
For sure.
Because the people say like Shane Hollander would be scared of Hudson Williams' personality.
Totally.
And it's so true. I love it. Another standout in a not so great way for me. Glenn Powell.
You didn't like the blue.
No, I liked the blue.
Oh, was it the hair?
I didn't like his hair.
I think it's because they're getting ready to shoot Chad Powers.
They are. I think they're gearing up to shoot now.
Season 2. So he has to go back to that blonde, that heavy blonde.
The way that it was styled, I actually, I was peeing when I first saw it. I almost dropped my phone in the toilet.
Would it match the color in the toilet?
Yeah, it would. I'm hydrated. No, I just
it's blonde.
I didn't like
it's
the way
not
it was
platinum, but it's
styled.
blonde.
I wasn't crazy about that. Miley
that's
Cyrus
fair.
looked fantastic. You know who looked damn good? Michael B. Jordan.
He did.
I loved his
did.
sunglasses.
He did. He
Michael B.
looked
Jordan looked fucking.
He did.
Jerkin.
Michael,
so funny.
Jacob Elordi, I also loved his. I mean, he always looks fantastic, but I really loved his. I thought it was just like
If we're talking about guys in sunglasses, though,
yeah,
I think Michael B. Jordan stole the show for me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's so fair. I thought Damson also was fan. I really liked his, like, the structure of his jacket was really great. I love that guys really, I think, are doing so much more on red carpets. I appreciate it. There's better looks. It's not just a classic tux. They're putting a lot of effort, different design, flair. It's a lot of fun. A guy that I did not like, Timothy's. I really did not like Timothy's look.
Yeah,
I really did not. It looked like he was wearing a sweater.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't, but it looked like a sweater.
Not to be too particular about, I feel like I'm really roasting them right now.
It's okay.
I want Timothy to grow his hair out again. Although it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
He probably is. Just,
probably
can only grow as fast as it can.
I know. But when you look at the past 2 Golden Globes that he's been at, and then this one,
Yeah.
I was like, aw, I'm missing his curls.
It makes him look older, I think, the shorter hair.
Oh, maybe that's what he was going for.
Yeah. Because when I saw those pictures of like him and Kylie at the last 3 Golden Globes, I was like, oh.
He looked younger.
Yeah. Kylie looked gorgeous. Once again, our complaints from the Critics' Choice. I actually do think it was a little bit more glam carpet. Obviously still bodycon because she was showing off that non-existent waist.
We need to see that small waist and that fat ass.
But I thought it was the details, the dress itself was gorgeous. The beading over the shoulder, beautiful.
And I loved her ponytail.
Yeah.
I will say, I thought Leonardo DiCaprio looked dashing.
He did.
I thought he looked really handsome last night. He looked a little bit younger than he's been looking.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's that St. Bart's son.
Yeah, it must have been getting stuck on that yacht.
Yes, go to the island.
I just think he looked like refreshed last night.
Yeah.
He's been looking older recently.
Did you see the meme that everyone's like, I don't know what that was, but they caught him at the table doing like,
it looked like he was telling somebody
he was impersonating
them about them not knowing that what K-pop Demon Hunters was, and he was like, I saw you go look around with a K-popping and then like pretending to clap, which was the most personality we've ever seen from Leonardo DiCaprio. And I'm like, is Leo a funny guy?
Oh, he's got to be hilarious. I feel like
I don't know about that. Because I was laughing because I was like, we are laughing at him in this moment, but guess what he's doing? Acting. Because he was impersonating.
He's only ever good at impersonating.
I don't know who he was impersonating, but he was impersonating someone. Like that was not his personality.
But he's being funny.
Yeah. At the end of the day, he's just an amazing actor.
At the end of the day, he's just a fantastic actor who's doing someone else.
He knows what he's doing when it comes to acting.
I loved. I'm just gonna name a couple others I loved. I loved Elle Fanning's. The details on that was gorgeous. Loved Kate Hudson. Oh, just like when you just admire a dress for its craftsmanship. That was one that just sparkled. What did you think about them doing the stairs?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought very Met Gala. I thought very amped up. I actually loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. What I didn't love was Derek Huff prancing his feet on the stairs like that. Who asked you to do that? I'm sorry.
I know.
Derek Huff. Do you have to be dancing at every minute of the day?
Yeah, he's dancing through life.
I mean, my God, did you see, first of all, pictures, fine.
Yeah.
When I saw the videos of him doing it, I thought, let's wrap it up, Derek. I know you're getting ready for tour and such.
Yeah.
But we don't need you doing pliés on the stairs over and over again like this. You're taking up time, okay?
Yeah, he was.
Tiana Taylor's trying to walk down the stairs, and he's in the way.
Right. Stairs are great for the shorter guys with their beautiful dates. Won't name names, but
Nick Jonas.
There were some photos where it's like if you stand a step higher, things pan out.
What is Nick Jonas? I'm sorry. I feel like Joan Rivers. What is Nick Jonas's Zoolander face that he pulls out every once in a while on the carpet? He's like,
he does. He's got a smolder.
It's like so serious. I feel like it's coming at me at the screen.
He does it on his. He does it on his Instagram videos sometimes too.
It's so intense.
Yeah.
I imagine that's how he looks at himself in the mirror when he wakes up.
They looked beautiful. Him and Priyanka really. I thought they looked lovely.
Yeah. I mean, what was that Ghost Steelers thing that Priyanka did on stage? That was awkward.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Steelers fan? Maybe just a Pittsburgh. I don't know. Is Pittsburgh? I thought to myself, did she ever live in Pittsburgh?
I texted you all. I said Ghost Steelers ?
They weren't even playing yesterday.
No, it was.
Yeah.
The Steelers played
Tonight.
They played tonight.
I don't know.
Well, go Steelers for tomorrow. It still plays.
No, yes, but I just in that moment did it play?
That's one of those things where it's like it was like a bet that someone did. Where it's like
right. You have to somehow fit in Go Steelers into your Golden Globes appearance.
If that's the case, great job. Then I love it. I'm all for like a sneak a word in.
Yep.
I didn't like that.
Jenna Ortega is our new fashion icon. Not new because she's been doing it for a while now, but I love everything she does is different and cool. I thought this one was super cool. Tessa Thompson, amazing. Brittany Snow, I loved that Danielle Frankel, white, very bridal but structured, cool shape.
I loved her hair too. Like it was like, oh, I just threw it in a low pony.
Really good. And then honestly, we had some of our reality TV stars. That like Olandria, gorgeous,
fucking stunning
gorgeous.
Gown,
stunning. The color, she's just drop dead.
So good.
You look at pictures of her, you're like, how is this a real person? She's so stunning. And I thought Maura Higgins also looked fantastic. Classic black dress, but hair and makeup was amazing, and the cape jacket thing, loved it. You didn't like it?
No, I did.
Oh,
it just brought me to her wearing a cape. First of all, stunning. Will they pick her as a traitor? And I pray. I
don't think so. We'll talk about when we talk about traitors.
But I pray Robin Rinna peg her for a traitor. Because I think they're going to go against Candace from a little social media action. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. We'll get there.
We'll get in there for sure. I had some worse. I'm not going to name all of them because, I don't need to list people who I thought were poorly dressed. But but there were two standouts for me. Two standouts for me that maybe controversial. I could see some people loving it. J-Lo, I really did not like.
Really?
Yeah, something about it. I don't know if it was the color or that style to me is just really not my favorite. The like mermaid with the tulle at the bottom. I don't like it. And I hate to say it because I fucking love her and she's stunning and she's gorgeous. Zoe Kravitz, I really didn't like that dress. It felt like a nightgown to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just think she's so cool and has such cool style that she could have worn something way cooler than
What's that dress, Versace?
It was, I'll tell you in 1 second.
I'd like to know what that dress was.
Yeah. Like it made me think, almost more of a, I don't know, like kind of Chanel-y, but I think it's vintage something. lacy lingerie slip dress that was Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent. Okay. I actually really liked it, and I will say this.
Yeah.
Which is so random. Last night I was playing pretend in my brain as I was watching the red carpet. And I Googled vintage designer gowns. Just in my head going, what would I wear?
Just to see what the options are, you know?
And just like playing pretend, being like, what would I wear if I was invited to this? Not that I think that's realistic, but just for fun. And I saw a dress that was strikingly similar to Zoe Kravitz. And when she walked that red carpet, I thought, oh my God, we could have been twinning if I was there.
Damn. In your mind, you're going, oh my God, Zoe, how funny.
How funny. You picked my imaginary dress if I were ever invited to the Golden Globes, which won't happen.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, twins.
Yeah. And I'm not, like, once again, she looks beautiful. I think her hair and makeup, stunning. The dress just didn't wow me
I think
at
I'm just
all.
a Zoe Kravitz stan that whatever she does, I'm like, yes.
No, well, that is very fair. That is very fair. That is very fair.
Saying I am Zoe Kravitz and I have my own shrooms, and then Dave Franco being like, I am not Zoe Kravitz and I'll take your shrooms.
Yeah.
Good banter. And then Seth Rogen winning that award.
Yeah.
Can we script anything better?
Extremely meta for all the wins for the studio at the Golden Globes. If you watch the show, you get it. And obviously the Golden Globes did this on purpose with who would be presenting these awards with obviously you would hope that they would win. And they had that happen for Zoe and Dave Franco, who are in the show, to give that award. And also for Adam Scott, who's also in the show in that Golden Globes episode. To hand out the Golden Globe in real life.
Yes. Couple of thoughts that just popped into my brain. Number one, Odessa Zion is really just a stunning human being.
She is.
And I want to point that out. Because she wasn't nominated for any awards, but Marty Supreme was nominated. Second, back to people presenting. What was that weird wrestler bit that happened right before
I had that written
Connor
down in my notes.
and Hudson got on that stage?
That was a Paramount Plus UFC ad that was really pointless because they said no words and did nothing.
They just came out?
Why did they just come out and then do nothing?
I was like, oh my God, are we ready to rumble? Like it felt like a fight was going to break out.
If you're going to do the ad, at least make it an ad. Well, do something.
Right. And we were watching, and they came out, and then Hudson and Connor came out, and Matt was like, oh, okay, that's why the UFC people came out, because, like, heated rivalry, quote unquote. And I was like,
that's a stretch.
Not following that.
That's a stretch. And that did feel like, to be honest, that could be their thought process.
It could be, but it feels like a
stretch.
Major stretch.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm not following. I get what you're saying, but I feel like weird. Then it didn't land.
Yeah.
Other theory is clearly Hudson and Connor were thrown into this last minute because their stardom just happened.
Yeah.
And these things are planned well in advance. Did they kick those two out of presenting that award, the UFC people?
No.
And kick them out of presenting that award? And so they were like, okay, to make up for it, we're going to have you two.
No, they weren't going to let the UFC people talk. Let's be real.
Yeah, you're just like, you wrestle. Yes. That's it.
You come out here, do nothing, and you hold your belts and you walk off. Why did they do that to them? I don't understand.
I'm trying to wrap my head around it, and that's why I was thinking.
I saw Robbie Fox tweet about it, like, that was awesome.
I guess
I love that they didn't say anything.
Right, I guess strong silent type. I don't know. You just like go in and intimidate everybody.
Right. It's like,
and then walk off.
If I was sitting there, I'd be like, what's about to happen? Is John Cena going to jump out? Like,
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I was like, is freaking what's his face? like Dana White going to like
was
break
it
through?
WWE or UFC?
UFC.
It was UFC.
Oh, okay.
So I say John Cena. You get it.
Yeah. Semantics, Noah, please.
Right, seriously, please go along with the bit.
No, but WWE, they're like actors in a way.
Right, like they will break a table.
Well, they would have done it. Yeah, exactly. That probably would have been
UFC's like
full
for
bit.
real. Like it would have been better if it was WWE and they could break a table or something and like a whole thing. Bizarre, but who do you think?
Like trying to really tie that into the heated rivalry, I was like, it's just sports,
right?
Like, I think there's sports,
right? Like all like the actors and actors. Yeah. They're like, let's throw it together.
Did you see Mary Beth ask each of them, would you rather be a gay hockey player or a straight player?
Yes.
Oh man, she cracks me up. That was funny, but no, that really did seem weirdly placed. They did just throw that in there because, like, I'm sure you stream UFC on Paramount Plus.
Yes, I think. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who do you think though they kicked out of presenting to put them in there? Because 1000% that was a last minute addition.
Well, Charlie XCX and Joe Keery, they presented the score that wasn't televised, which I thought, like, they're pretty big, both of them, to not be televised for presenting.
Oh, maybe it was them two then who got booted because they were at the same table.
Well, was maybe a time thing? Because they did song and then they also did score, but they cut score out.
Oh, did they present song too?
Yeah, they did song.
Okay. So they were on TV. No, I saw that they did score too. I thought in that. Oh. Maybe I haven't mixed up.
They did song because they did that K-pop Golden Golden one, and they came up. They did that one.
On the topic of K-pop Demon Hunters, which I know is so popular. So you know, I say this with fear. I was really bummed that Sinners didn't win original song there. Honestly,
crazy.
as a whole, there's a lot of talk about Sinners getting snubbed. And here's the thing. I did not watch the movie that Wagner won for with Best Actor Drama.
Yeah.
So I can't say whether or not I think Michael B. Jordan was snubbed in that category. Was I rooting for Michael B. Jordan? Absolutely, because he was fantastic and he played two characters.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the guy in the movie that did win.
What was it? Secret Agent?
Oh, Secret Agent, yeah.
I didn't see that, so I can't.
People are raving about it, but
I can't say. I can't say if it was a snub or not. I know that K-pop, it's so big. Golden.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just hard to argue with that song.
It's hard to argue with numbers.
It's hard to
and
argue
all
with
that.
how successful that song was.
But it's successful.
I was
like that scene in Sinners.
It's
miles.
I agree.
I agree. In a movie ever.
That song
in my
is
opinion.
unbelievable and fantastic. I mean, Golden is a great song. They're different. They're very different. Golden's
I hope it wins the Oscar.
Pop song.
But you
know?
love the song Golden, do you?
I think when I hear that song, it's stuck in my head for days. We're going up. I do like it.
I mean, it definitely sticks with you, but I'm not going out of my way to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I know. I get it. Sinners did win for original score, which was great. But yeah, I don't like this whole, I get why they did it, but I don't really like this whole box office achievement award because it's like,
feels like participation award.
yeah, it's like, oh, your movie did well, so we'll give you this award, but you're not good enough to win the other ones, which is bullshit because Sinners was so fucking good and they're not in the discussion enough.
And it's so hard, right? Because one battle after another is really taking home a lot of those.
Yeah.
And One Battle After Another was
it's also
so
a great
good
movie.
as well.
Great
so
movie.
it's really
Yeah,
hard.
it is hard.
But I feel like Sinners isn't getting enough appreciation.
Sinners was just something so
Different.
new and different.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll do well at the Oscar. I feel like all these minor like subcategories like mess everything up.
I don't know those because sometimes it's like, oh, when you separate musical comedy and drama, it's like then the category is a lot
It's smaller.
But then the Oscars is all of it combined. Like
yeah, so it's like then it's gonna be Michael B. Jordan against Chalamet and Leo.
Right. And then like Hamnet against One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be, I think, a tough one. But I feel like it's edging towards One Battle After Another.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
And I feel like Timothée Chalamet
People are saying he's like a lock now. But I could see it just. That would be so funny.
I was talking to Jeff D. Lowe about this.
Oh my God, I'd actually be heartbroken for him. I'm not gonna lie.
He's like an Oscars fanatic, Jeff D. Lowe, and he was like, it's basically a lock that Timothée Chalamet is getting the Oscar. And I was like, can you explain this to me though? Because sometimes
there's a shocker.
Sometimes there's a shocker.
Yeah.
And it was just, he was sending me all these stats and all the, they get
very
into
at
all
the data.
that, looking into the data that goes on there. And that'll be great for Timothy. We'll be very happy for him. Obviously, we've been rooting for him. But I'm also like, Michael B. Jordan,
Yeah, I don't think it
Leonardo.
should be a lock.
Yeah.
I think when you are like an
they're all
Oscars
great.
fanatic, like these people are, and they have all the data, whatever, I feel like they
But
know,
it's just like,
you know?
doesn't it feel like a little bit bandwagon-y where it's like, oh, well, we're just all going to agree that he gets every award at every show. Like, he was incredible, obviously, but they all were.
No, but it doesn't
so, like,
happen every year.
No, I'm saying like,
Yeah.
I guess.
I also think
do we
it's
think
pretty
he was, like,
universal
that
that
much better?
often, I feel like it's pretty universal that often, like, there is a trend. Whereas, like, if you start winning, you're probably going to win most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there are people that come in and surprise, and you're like, oh my God, blah, 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 won the Golden Globe and the Actor Award and this and that, and then they don't win the Oscar. But it's like, if they're winning all these other ones, don't you think they should probably win the Oscar?
Yeah. People always try to say like they don't.
Well,
One doesn't mean the other.
Sometimes they don't though. Like when he won for Bob Dylan for one thing and then didn't win shit after that. It's like it's sometimes feels random and other times seems like a trend.
Right. It's also why, like with the Golden Globes, it's separate. So you just, I don't know. The Golden Globes are not like not the biggest predictor towards the Oscars.
That's what people always
it's
say.
so split.
But there's a lot of good wins. I like Rose Byrne winning. I thought was great.
That was
a
great.
movie I haven't seen, but I've heard amazing things about it. I think it's so funny that Bobby Cannavale was not there with her because they promised her kids that they were gonna get some like bearded dragon, and there was some lizard expo, reptile expo that they were going to get the bearded dragon. It was the same day, so he had to take the kids to go get it. Misses her win.
So funny.
But yeah, and yeah, I felt like across the board, one battle, Tiana Taylor winning, amazing. She's so good in that. Love her. Adolescence, I like good. I don't want to like good for Adolescence. I'm happy for them. They've
so
won
now.
every award. I never watched it. It feels like it's been forever ago. So I'm like, that
might be like the coolest 16-year-old I've ever seen.
I felt happy for him.
Yeah, I was really rooting for Sarah. It's all her fault. She was so fucking good.
Oh, Sarah Snook for I will say, and Michelle Williams was good in that show. I stopped watching that show.
Yeah,
and I thought it was a shock to me.
Yeah.
that she won that category.
Yeah,
because I thought Sarah was so good.
I know.
I thought. Claire Danes, I blank on her name, in The Beast of Me was really good. Who else? People were really critiquing Amanda Seyfried's.
Oh, after Rose won?
And before, she started like clapping before the name was even announced.
Yeah.
And people were kind of like, all right, we get it. You didn't think you were going to win, but like.
I feel like that's funny.
You know.
I feel like
it wasn't like she wasn't like laughing.
No,
doing it.
I
she
saw
was just
it.
like.
I'm saying like. I feel like that was like a funny thing to do. Like, I know I'm not going to win, so I'm just going to start clapping before they.
Yeah. And it's just hard to predict how you would react in those moments of like losing.
Remember when Tarantino did it? He drank a whole glass of water before and then when they announced, he spit it all out. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
I think it's just hard. Like, I am not going to be mad at somebody for being upset about not winning an award.
Oh, I agree.
Because
I agree.
Like that's a natural reaction.
Yeah. The what's his name? Owen Cooper, is that his name?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Adolescence.
Yeah, and like you just see Walton Goggins go, "Wow." It's like, yeah, Walton Goggins is probably like, "Damn, got getting beat by a teenager,"
right?
And that's totally fine. Like he's great, and that's just the way it goes.
But then I also do believe, like, people get on Ariana Grande for like being so excited when Tiana Taylor won. Like, I do believe Ariana Grande was very excited for Tiana Taylor. Like,
you don't want to overdo it. You're saying
no. I'm saying it's fine if you jump up and are excited for the other person, because it's very possible that Ariana Grande in her head was like, I'm not winning this award, but I'm going to be very happy for who does. And then when Tiana Taylor gets she may love her and be like, oh my God, fuck yeah. Like, she won. And that's great, If you're not rooting, if like, I'd like to think
Did you see this award show where the dog won over the weekend and people were freaking out about that?
No.
Well, you didn't see this? It was
The
like against
dog?
like real...
in the movie about the dog, like when you're like in the dogs.
One best, like, I don't know, best actor or whatever, but
yeah,
people were like, imagine losing to a dog. Like, you're at an award show.
But at the same time, like, I'd like to think if it's not going to be me, well, I'm happy it's them.
Yeah.
That type of thing when you lose an award.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, it's not going to be me. Well, I'm happy it's Tiana Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of, I posted on my story, that fucking kid that's in All Her Fault.
Oh my God, he is so cute.
Oh my God, I forgot to include him in my best dressed. He looked so adorable. His talking about his outfit, he's like, I got to pick my costume.
Oh my God, when he said costume, I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Little, like, jewelry. And oh my God, he was so cute. His poses on the carpet.
Oh my God.
What a little star.
He is. And when he was talking about Sarah Snook, he goes, she laughed with me, she played with me. She was so nice to me. I was like, please, we want more of him. Why was he not nominated?
Seriously.
He wins Best Supporting Actor.
Oh my God, like, just what a precious little angel. And he has he just has one of those names now, that you're just like, this is a kid of this time.
Yeah.
Duke McLeod.
Yeah.
He's
so
That's
Duke.
like a Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Like
Duke McLeod. Like, I'm Lil Duke, ruin for you, pal. He's so fucking cute. I couldn't. His glam bot, I mean, he crushed it. And what's his face was like, you ready? Like, you got your post ready? He was like, yeah. He's like, I got it. I'm ready. Straight, like, oh my God, he crushed it. What a cute, adorable kid. Ugh,
I
loved
love when young kids have confidence like that.
Yeah.
And then I just hope that they don't get their confidence beaten down by this industry. I really do.
So
Because
fair.
watching them just have this what is it?
Naivete.
Yeah, about them. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I fucking love it. Like,
Yeah.
it's so cute.
He's just loves acting and pure heart. I mean, he's so cute. Some other moments that stuck out to me: Selena and Miley taking pictures together. Everybody was freaking out about that. They love when they see them together. Apparently, maybe Selena swapped seats with somebody for a little bit to sit next to Miley. A lot of Nick Jonas jokes are flying around as well online. I saw of seeing pictures of Selena and Miley together, and Timmy really is enamored with Kylie Jenner. And I, like the CBS directors must have been like, fuck yes, when they caught that moment on camera, because they during commercial breaks, there'd be like maybe a 10 seconds where they cut to the crowd and then it would go back to like another commercial. And when they caught this moment of like Timmy like going in for multiple kisses and being like, I love you, like they were like, gold, we got gold.
I love it.
Oh, they're adorable.
As
They're
he
so
should
cute.
be.
They're so cute.
And did you see the pictures of them when Kylie realized her nameplate said Kylie Jenner Chalamet?
I didn't see that.
Her name thing said Kylie Jenner Chalamet, and there's pictures of her of them laughing together, like showing him and him being like laughing, which is funny. I wonder if it's because she was with the Chalamet party.
Yeah. It's just like
or if they were just like.
I mean, also whoever's making that knows Kylie Jenner. Like they know that's not her name.
They know it's not Kylie Jenner Chalamet, but I think maybe they do
Kylie
it like
Jenner Chalamet group.
Right. That's what I'm thinking it might be.
Yeah.
Not her name is Kylie Jenner Chalamet.
Right. Love seeing Macaulay Culkin. Happy to see him.
Return of the Mac.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
know.
song they played.
They played Starvin' when Haley Steinfeld came out. And I did not know. And I don't know if they're married or not. I had no fucking clue Paul Thomas Anderson and Maya Rudolph
I always forget that.
have been together for 25 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I always forget that too. Like I
forget
know
they're
it
even
and then I
together.
forget it and then I remember it.
They've got 4 kids and they've been together since 2001.
That's crazy.
Had no fucking clue.
That's awesome.
When he kissed her, I went, what? He turned around and smooched Maya Rudolph. I couldn't have Googled it faster. I went,
That's
oh
awesome,
my
though.
God. He's smooching Maya Rudolph. I had absolutely no idea. So loved seeing that. And yes, and then they closed with Julia Roberts and George Clooney. Everybody loves. They brought out Don Cheadle for a little Ocean's joke moment. I thought the Timothy joke was very funny. And I thought it was good. They really, I felt like presenters did a good job. Like nobody really bombed. There wasn't any cringy jokes. You know who I fucking love? Wanda Sykes.
So good.
She's
so funny.
She always makes me laugh when she comes out on stage. The Bill Maher joke, hilarious.
So funny.
And
you could tell he was like not happy.
which makes it even funnier.
Right. She's so good.
So good. You know, she's like, Sarah Silverman, haven't talked in 5 years. Love you.
She was amazing.
No, it was good. Really funny. Fun show. Well done, everyone. And Nikki fucking crushed it again. I hope this is a long-standing job for her.
I hope so. I hope it's just like set in stone.
Her dresses, every single time, we didn't mention it, every outfit change, fantastic. The blue, like, sequin one, oh my God.
Took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that dress was one of the best dresses I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
She looked
such a good color
gorgeous.
on her.
Yeah, like Cinderella.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Like Cinderella.
It was so good.
So good. So
I
well
thought
done.
It was such an entertaining show.
Yep.
One of the best award shows in a long time, in my opinion.
Very,
I thought
very
it was
good.
Great. We cannot wait for all the amazing shows and concerts coming up this winter, but what we don't want to think about is the hassle of buying tickets. We want to focus on the music, not the cost or stress. Game Time puts the power back in the hands of fans. It's your go-to hack for scoring amazing tickets and unforgettable experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. There are so many shows and concerts and games right around the corner that we don't want to miss out on, so download the Game Time app today. All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watch this week. Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
Tangled.
Oh, we're going Tangled and Coco first?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted to go Traitors first.
No,
you just can't.
Because I have I can't even stop.
Yeah,
I can't stop beaming about it. And I have a lot to say about Traitors.
Okay, same.
Tangled.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious, when I looked up that this movie came out in 2010, I couldn't have been more disappointed in myself. What do you mean to tell me that this movie came out 16 years ago?
Right. You were in middle school.
And I was in middle school and didn't see this movie.
I know.
Something tells me that I may have saw it back then, but I would remember this movie because
Dare
this
I
would
say
be
though that you were like the kind of middle school kid that'd be like, I'm not seeing Tangled.
Absolutely not.
Not?
What do you mean, middle school kid? I wouldn't see Tangled. I was obsessed with Disney.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with anything Disney
I
Channel.
feel like
High School Musical.
People go through the phases of like, I don't want to watch like an animated movie.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I loved anything having to do with Disney, while also listening to Lil Wayne. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so Tangled slipped by me, I guess. And I'm so disappointed that it did. Because whoever said that it would be like one of my favorite movies is absolutely correct. And actually, Kelly Keegan said this. She was like, this is so shocking to me because Tangled is like so Rhea.
Yeah.
And Coco is so Fran.
Yeah.
And yet we both have seen the opposite.
Yeah.
And we have come together to now see these. Not only was this a great Disney animated film, it was just a really fucking good movie.
Good movie. Mm-hmm.
It had all the elements. Mm-hmm. It was heartwarming. It was suspenseful.
Love story.
It had surprise. It had chemistry off the charts. Mm-hmm. It had tons of love. It had an evil mother. Mm-hmm. It just had everything, you know? And I just was stunned. It took me by surprise how many elements of it there really was to this movie. Because I thought it was just going to be like a Disney film.
Yeah.
And honestly, though, crazy of me to think because I am somebody who loves a lot of Disney films that do have a lot of these elements. That it's not just a cookie cutter movie. Rapunzel and Flynn in that lantern scene. The way that my heart felt. And then the way I felt like I got fucking stepped on when it seemed like he was betraying her. all because of her stupid, ugly, evil mother. I was so upset. I was livid. And I thought, this movie can't end the way that I think it's going to end. Because then...
You said it's a hilarious text. You're like, guys, what the fuck?
Flynn finds his way back to Rapunzel. Finds her trapped in the tower.
Yep.
By her wretched mother. By the way, when she started pushing her mom around, I was like, fuck yes. What is happening? Are we watching an A24 film?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. He comes back. Spoiler alert. It seems like he dies. Number one, he chops her hair off. Could have been 5 inches lower. He chopped it real short.
Yeah. Dramatic effect.
Dramatic effect. Number two, I thought, why can't you just let her save you and then cut the hair? You know what I mean? It's a plan they would have had to drum up together. Yeah. Because they couldn't communicate.
They didn't
the mom
have the time for
was in the
that.
corner. They didn't have the time.
Yeah.
But I was like, if she saves you, then you cut the hair, then we get rid of her. When I thought he died, oh my God, I was so livid with all of you. I texted you guys, what the fuck? Who the fuck would ever recommend this movie to me?
You're like, why do you guys love this movie so much?
If this is the ending and if you love this movie so much, get the fuck away from me. I want nothing to do with you anymore. The podcast is over.
Yeah. I would never do that to you.
And then shortly, 2 minutes after, her tear saves him. Her special little tear. And talk about a steamy, passionate kiss.
Yeah.
Between two animated characters. Yeah. That was a hot kiss for Disney.
That's why people are, Flynn Rider's a sexy animated character.
He is. And Rapunzel is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was perfect. It was. And I knew I would like it, but I wasn't because when something's so hyped up, you just never know.
You never know. But Tangled is one that I confidently say lives up to the hype for people who haven't seen it.
After we had talked about it and our clip went majorly viral online of us talking about it. Not really. I had friends reach out to me.
Yeah.
Being like, you've never seen Tangled? What the fuck? And they were like, it's the best. And I was like, okay, now I'm getting too many people telling me it's the best.
Right.
Where you never want to end up in that position.
Yeah.
Because it's high stakes.
Yeah, and then you're worried about your reaction. You're like, am I going to like it enough to make everybody happy?
No, it was the best.
Yes.
It was so good.
And the music is so good.
I watched it Saturday night in the rain. It was so good.
Yeah. Rapunzel and Flynn Rider would be a great Halloween costume for you and Matt.
That's a good one.
Isn't it?
That's a good one. I got to throw a couple more highlights in my hair.
No,
but that was
definitely. But I feel like that works.
That is a good costume now. I'll have to keep that in the bank now.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
It just, mother knows best.
Yeah, so good. Ugh.
I actually started taking notes on the movie.
The music is so good too.
I started taking notes.
Yeah.
But then I stopped because I was so into it.
You were into it. That's what happens.
But I'll read the 3 that I wrote.
3, huh?
Yeah. I only wrote 3.
3 big thoughts.
3 big thoughts. And then I said, I have to put my phone down.
Yeah.
Because I thought if I just focus on writing notes the whole time, I won't really take it in.
For sure.
So my first note was Gothel is wretched. Capital letters on wretched. Then I said this about her. All 3 notes are about the mother. She is pretty though. So I get why she wants the flower. But bitch, get over it. You're old.
Right.
You're aging.
It's like I get it because you were pretty. So it's like you're really trying to hold on to that.
Right. And then I said her attitude makes her uglier because she is very pretty. But with her stinky ass attitude, it makes her.
Yep. Correct.
Horrid looking.
Rapunzel's little chameleon, also my favorite.
So cute.
I love him.
So cute. Such a perfect addition.
Yeah,
every princess
needs an animal friend.
And I felt like such a princess after watching. Yes. I did. I was like
so good with the lanterns.
Oh my God, it was so cute.
It's just beautiful.
And I really just felt like such a pretty princess after.
Yep.
I was like,
getting to reunite with
I'm Rapunzel. I felt it though, because I was like, oh my God, she spends most of her time brushing her hair.
Yeah.
And her hair means everything to her.
Yeah.
And then she cuts it off, which I will not be doing.
No.
I won't be.
No.
But I understand the sentiment of the story.
Yeah.
What I didn't love, though, there's just a couple no. It's an A movie for me, by the way. Solid A. Number 1, the chopping, too short. Number 2, the way they made it seem like brown hair was horrific.
Right.
They were like, and then
It went brown.
it turns brown.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, let's be nice.
Yeah. It's just,
The moral of the
blonde
story.
is the magic.
Right.
The blonde holds the magic.
Right.
And you got to it's got to change somehow.
Exactly. I just
not
feel like
have
we
the
could have
magic.
picked like any other color.
Right. It could have been more like a balayage moment.
Like,
Could have kept some
it
highlights.
just gets dull.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
She just needs a refresh.
Yeah.
So, and but Mandy Moore, obviously.
Fantastic.
What a voice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. A movie. I love it. I'm so glad.
I love it.
I'm so
Oh my
glad.
God. I was just like, oh my God, I feel like such a pretty princess.
See, and now isn't it exciting that they're doing a live action?
Yes. And honestly, perfect casting.
Perfect casting.
Because she has these big green eyes.
Yep.
And Tegan Croft seems to have the same.
Yep.
So.
And I think, like we said with Milo, also fantastic.
Yeah. I could talk, honestly, like I said, I had a lot to say about Traitors, but I could talk about Tangled for hours upon hours. It just makes you feel all the things you want to feel. And
Totally.
it's so freaking cute. And it makes you, just love. And I love stories like that. And the chemistry was just
Yep.
off the charts. Speaking of chemistry, now listen, I don't want to get into this too much. People we meet on vacation. I didn't read the book. I got to preface that. I posted on my story that I thought it was cute. I thought it was fine. Whatever. It didn't make me feel things. And when I watch a movie like that, I want to feel things. I thought that Emily Bader was a great actress.
Yeah. I think she's great.
All of my DMs were filled with people saying that you are her twin. Were you getting the same thing?
I was.
Constant.
I was.
Endless. That you guys are twins.
She's adorable, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
But she's got those like big light eyes. I don't have those.
But I see.
No, but I think I
in
understand.
moments I see similarities.
Yes, I think
But I think when you know someone so well, it's hard to be like, yes, that person's that.
I think we have a very similar vibe, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know too much. I'm now, of course, like I'm seeing all their interviews and things, where she just seems, not to be like, she seems really cool. Like I'm
just really cool. She's really cool.
I'm really cool. She's really cool. But I think we would have similar banter. Like, she was talking about a moment with, was it maybe a song or something? I forget what exactly it was, but she just like mentioned Neopets in an interview, and I was like, this girl's for me. You know? This girl's for me. And her and Tom Blythe were going back and forth arguing about Busted, the band in the UK that has the original Year 3000.
Yeah.
And because he was saying that was his first concert, and she was like, you mean the Jonas Brothers song? And he was like, no, it's Busted. She's like, no, like, and whatever, they come to realize, obviously the Jonas Brothers cover that song, but I just think we would be friends. I think we have similar energy.
I could totally see that. I see the similarities in certain points, but I said this to you. You're way more Italian. You know
For
what
sure.
I mean? Like your coloring and all and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you get really tan. You have olive skin. So slight differences, slight similarities.
Yeah.
But
I will
people
take
were,
it seriously.
No, absolutely.
I was
mean,
like responding
she's-
to people. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much.
She is gorgeous and so cute, and people were just flooding.
Yeah. I
The
didn't
DMs
realize
about
that My Lady Jane only it got canceled after one season.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, and I know people loved it. I tried to watch it, but I
You didn't like the male character.
didn't like
we talked about
I didn't
that.
like
Yeah.
the male character.
Yeah. Fair.
Granted, I only watched like I think 2 episodes.
If he's not
but
roping you in, then
it didn't rope me in.
I get it.
Tom Blythe, he'll rope me in for sure.
Here's the thing. So I felt like Alex's character was lacking any sort of depth.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
fair.
movie. it wasn't like I was rooting for them to be together. I almost didn't care if they ended up together or not. I felt like I was missing a lot of puzzle pieces to their relationship, how they became so close. I felt like I didn't really see him yearning for her so much.
Yeah.
You know, like I felt like it was lacking.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, you know, it's the bones are there, obviously, with the characters in the book. But I think when you make a book into a movie, you just always lose bits. And it's hard when a book is so beloved and people fucking love Emily Henry's writing and her characters because they kind of are different and quirky and not like your very stereotypical rom-com characters, that you just lose some of that. Like, there's a lot more yearning in the books. He has a lot more levels. You know, his mom dies in childbirth, and there's like that's a very important situation with Poppy having the pregnancy scare. There's just like a lot of moments that I understand why they cut it, because it would have taken up a lot of time to really do it right in a movie. But I understand that criticism of his character in this, that it's like he just sort of seems like a little boring and right. And you're like, I didn't really in the movie, and I did really enjoy the movie, but it took a while for me to be like, oh, now I'm seeing that like he's in love with her.
Right. I wasn't feeling that really, and that's why I wasn't really rooting for them to be together. I will say Poppy's character very much annoyed me in the beginning of the movie, but did grow on me. Like I think it was the car scene.
They went a little hard on the car scene for sure.
To start. It was like, all right, well, she's just coming across plain rude, not like quirky and cute, just rude.
Yeah.
But then it grew, and that kind of, I wasn't really annoyed with her in the rest of the movie. And I did like what Emily Bader said, was that she was trying to savor like her muchness. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to dull who Poppy is. And I can totally get on board.
She did do a great
with
job
that
with Poppy,
messaging,
I thought.
where it's like, you be you and you take up space in the room and do all that. I'm on board with that. I'm more stuck on the chemistry between the characters and not getting a lot of backstory and a lot of questions of like, well, they weren't talking. Why was she invited to the wedding? How close are their families? How much do they talk when they're not on vacation? Some are saying this would have been better as a miniseries where each episode was a different vacation. I think I also saw that they changed, you know, whatever happened in Tuscany, but then in the book it was Croatia, and they had a drunken makeout and
cut out all of Croatia.
There was a scene in the book where they're looking at their Tinders and they both mutually say they would pick each other, and all these things that I'm realizing there was a lot of stuff in the book that was left out, but I didn't read the book. It didn't make me feel much, and I saw people hyping it up so much, so I was very excited to watch because we love a good rom-com. But I wasn't rooting for them to be together. I didn't really care if they ended up together, and that's how I felt about it.
Yeah,
and
that's
but
fine.
Then
that's
on top of that,
I think also when you have a movie, that has like where that happens, where you do find everybody immediately going back to the book to fill in moments or to give context, then you're kind of like, oh, well, I wish that was in it, you know?
Yeah. I think, you know, overall, it was a lacking a bit of fire to me. Maybe that's what oh my God, I need these two to begin. Their chemistry is so off the charts. I need it to happen. That wasn't there for me. On top of that,
I do disagree. I will just say, which is fine.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Because I posted on my story, and there were people who loved it, but there were a lot of people who didn't, and split on the book. Wow, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this book was so...
Yeah, some people some people think it's her worst one.
Oh my God. My DMs were flooded with people being like, this was the worst book I've ever picked up.
Yeah.
I couldn't even finish it, or I did finish it and I rated it 1 star.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me tell you, not a reigning endorsement for me to watch this, to read this book.
No.
Because I did think about reading it after watching it to like fill in the blanks, but not reigning endorsements.
The book is cute. I'm really not a book hater. I think, is it my favorite Emily Henry? No. But I do think it's cute. And it's not like, I'm not like, 1 star, worst book I've ever read. I think a book needs to be really fucking bad for me to get to that level. And there's nothing that's like, oh my God, this is awful in my mind. I did see a lot of people have like very mixed reviews on the book and then ended up loving the movie. So it's like, we're all over the place with this movie, big time, which I just think it's, what we're getting into more of these book adaptations into these movies is tough. And I do agree with everybody saying that I think this would have been better as a TV show. I absolutely agree with that. I've come to learn now with books that I have enjoyed or just books that I've read in general that are made into movies, I like really try and separate them as much as I can, which is hard to do because it's the same. It's the same characters. But, I'm kind of taking the book for what it is and the movie for what it is. And I really... I enjoyed the movie. Like if I had not known anything about the book or what had happened, I would have really loved that movie. So I'm kind of just sticking with that because then like, yes, did I fall down a TikTok rabbit hole of like, well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that and they didn't, and then you're like, oh wow, I wish they did all these things, but at the same time, if I were to watch the movie again, like I still like it. I still think it was cute. So it's hard when it comes from the book. And I know I people in my DMs too were like, I wish I didn't reread the book right before I watched the movie because it was different, which is hard. Because if I did that, then I would have watched the movie and been like, where the fuck is Croatia?
Right.
Like, then you're kind of disappointed. I read the book long ago enough when like I read the book right when it came out. And I've talked about this before with books with me. Like sometimes I really need a refresher because I'll read a book and then 6 months later I'm like, what the fuck happened in that book? Like I don't remember.
Yeah.
So
fair.
I watched the movie and I was like, oh my God, fucking love that movie. And then I went back and was like reading the things from the book. And I was like, wait a second, I forgot about all these things in the book.
And you're like, I wish I never even saw this.
Yeah. So I get it, but I do disagree. I thought these two had fantastic chemistry. I really did. I thought they were a great rom-com combo. And I liked their chemistry together for sure. So, but I understand.
And I understand as well.
Yeah.
I'll give it a C+. Cause like it was fine and cute for what it was. But then on top
of
that,
grade, honey.
Yes. I mean, I actually texted you and I said, people we meet on vacation should be very scared that I watched Tangled tonight as well.
Yeah, lots to live up to.
It almost made Tangled even better. I was like, oh, wow, this is an amazing movie. Traitors. So good.
Yeah, so excited.
Happy Traitors is back.
Same.
I mean, we're all in on the Traitors this season, folks.
All in. I could not have texted you guys faster watching the first episode to be like, was I a little skeptical about Rob being cast on this season? Yes. Did it take 3 seconds for me to jump back on the Rob train? Sure did. That guy's got me, he's a snake charmer. He's got me in his spell. And no matter all the shit he's done, all the shit he did on Love Island, I'm like, oh, Rob.
I saw people saying it's like seeing an ex.
Yeah.
Seeing, like, Rob is that ex that you were like, he was a piece of shit.
Yep.
Fuck him. I'm never talking to him again. And then months, maybe a year goes by.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he pops back up. You're like, oh,
yeah.
What did you do?
And
wrong?
I didn't know how I was going to feel. Like, I didn't know if he was going to give like enough personality. But I feel like this is actually a great setting for him. I'm liking his energy.
Me too. Him being a traitor, Peacock knew what they were doing. They were like, we're going to get people to watch more screen time.
Yeah.
Very smart. The way that
because it was a surprise the way that they broke the mold of how they normally do the traitors.
When Candace and Rinna reacted to Rob being a traitor and they just were jumping up and down screaming, it was everybody else's reaction. We were like, yes!
Yeah.
And then they put it in he's putting the hands in and then he got back in there and he's like, girl. And I'm like, this is so perfect for him.
So good.
I am really rooting for the traitors.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I'm very nervous about Candace already.
Yeah.
She has done a eulogy for every person who has been sent home, making it quite apparent the Congo line situation.
Yeah.
I saw Boss and Rob and Bob the drag queen talking about all this. I love those two together talking about the show. Boss and Rob hated the conga line so much, which is such a Survivor player reaction. And then on
the conga line had to have raised eyebrows.
I had to have. And then
you see how what's his face reacted, and then he got sent home. So.
Right, exactly. Like if someone randomly is like, "Let's do a conga line," I'm like, "Well, they're trying to distract from something here
for sure."
And then Rob grabbing Rinna to play chess,
genius.
We have a living genius on our TV screen with Rob.
And by the way, Rob and Rinna, really, I'm feeling a dynamic duo from these two.
I'm feeling that those two are going to send Candace home and they're going to ride it to the end. Like that, I think, is what I'm leaning towards because I saw some social media activity where Rob and Rinna are still commenting in close.
Yeah.
But I think Candace has maybe said some things and there's been some unfollowings that it seems like maybe they went against. But maybe they were like, all right, Candace is making it quite obvious. We're going to have to go against her to keep a shot around.
I think that could have happened. I think maybe she may just out herself and I think she may get sent home in a round table. And I wouldn't be surprised. I said this to my friends. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and recruit someone like Natalie, who I think is going so hardcore, I'm a faithful, and she is right now, that it could be a good spin back to having her be a traitor. I think it's kind of crazy that the gamers are sort of out of the conversation right now because we're so used to them being so big, and I understand why from past seasons this cast went in and they were like, well, let's get rid of these people quick because they are outnumbered. If so, Ian gone fast. I felt like when I don't really, here's the thing, I don't watch Big Brother or Survivor, so I don't really know anything about these people besides the shows that they're on. And I'm just naturally well, they're going to be good at this show because they're good at their respective shows, and that has come to be true in past seasons. So getting rid of Ian, I felt like made a lot of sense. And then the other Rob, it was well, he was sniffing them out quickly too. He was like, I feel like the traitors are murdering people in plain sight. And you're like, shit, that's exactly what they're doing. The secret traitor. There's been a lot of rumors and tabloid stories of the secret traitor being kind of a failure, or production thought it was going to work and it didn't. And they thought it was going to, they just maybe expected more from Donna giving her that role, which is fair, but at the same time, I don't know, I was putting a lot of faith in Donna Kelsey. And while I did think it was a good twist, it was a good twist. And I don't know, maybe the tabloid fodder is all fucking bullshit and made up, who knows?
I saw a lot of people saying that they thought that was just a way to get Donna out early, that was planned because she couldn't do a lot of the physical activities.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's...
I saw that too, but I also saw people be like, well, they really thought that she was gonna, be a little sneakier.
I don't like any of the talk about it was planned for Donna to only be on 3 episodes. No way.
I actually this is a show where I don't want to talk about production being involved at all.
I don't.
I know that that's stupid because I'm sure production is very much involved. It's involved in any reality TV show. But I'm no, they're doing this all on their own.
And by the way, because they were oh, well, they had a round table before they did the challenge. They never do that. They didn't know that they were going to vote out Donna Kelsey. They had a roundtable discussion. The roundtables go south. It wasn't a definite that Donna would be gone.
Yeah, you never know. Michael Rappaport could have gotten himself sent home.
Michael Rappaport, if he keeps piping up, which he will, he's going to be sent home. But I didn't love the play on Donna being the secret traitor.
I really thought it was going to be one of the gamers. I thought it was Natalie.
Yeah, and I will say, though, apparently same thing happened in UK, that the secret traitor was found out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of happened for both US and UK. But I don't know. I something about it, and like you said, where you want to act like production's not a thing. Yeah. I want to turn my eye to this one. Turn away.
A blind eye.
I'm going to turn a blind eye
to any production involvement.
To production being involved, producing a show. Because making Donna Kelsey the secret traitor was a very much play into getting, the people to watch and roping the Swifties in and all that. And I get it.
Yeah.
They're trying to produce a show once again.
Right.
And get people to watch.
That's why you cast her in the first place.
But the Traitors is so good already. You don't need that.
Right.
You could have made it Mark Ballas.
Right.
You could have made it Stephen Coletti.
Right.
Donna is such a lone wolf that you made somebody a traitor that was already alone.
Yeah.
So that is such a hard thing to navigate when you don't. I actually thought it was so funny. Boston Rob was saying, like she was sitting there being like, I'm just fangirling over all of you. It's like Donna Kelsey fangirling who is around celebrity.
She literally told a story about talking to Paul McCartney on
Boston Rob goes, she's in a box with a different celebrity every game.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't believe that she was, it was. But I get it. What's Donna to do in that moment? She's got to drum up.
Yeah, she had to try and drum up some sort of persona.
Yeah, and
it's hard when you don't really know any other people, too.
Yeah, and it's not on Donna, but she was a lone wolf, and you're making a secret traitor a lone wolf.
Yeah.
They're already pointing her fingers at her. I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, Donna is, and we were right.
Yeah.
We talked about it. We were like, Donna Kelsey's definitely going to be a traitor. And that's what they did. They kind of did
They did what we thought.
The obvious.
Yeah, which was like, she's so not a traitor that she'd be a good traitor.
Yeah.
Which is what I think everybody else.
I feel like they did that with Rob too, kind of. Didn't we? We were saying this last week of like Rob would be a bad traitor. We definitely said that last week.
I don't remember. Did we?
I'm pretty confident we did.
We probably did, honestly.
We probably, yeah.
And I take that back.
Right.
But
we were proven wrong.
Yeah. I get it in the sense that like they kind of cast that guy and he's been a faithful, Pilot P, Dylan Efron. Like it's like, so I get it, but he's surprising all of us.
Do you think he was like that Dylan Efron Pilot Pete? I feel like that's more Colton in this season.
Get Colton off the show.
I don't like Colton, but I feel like Colton is supposed to be that guy.
I meant for casting purposes. I felt like they
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they were like, who's our Dylan
the
Efron
hot guy
That's Colton this season.
Well, I went more like hot guy that the girls
hot
love.
Straight guy.
Hot straight guy. Casting straight guy, which has been Pilot Pete, Dylan Efron. Rob.
Yeah. Rob was right though when he mentioned that he was like
single straight guy.
Yes. When people said,
Dylan Efron's not single.
No. But people didn't know that if he had a girlfriend or not. But Rob saying that he's hard to read, which then when he said that, I was like, wow, so true.
Right. If we really like took 5 minutes to think about it, it does make sense. And even how he was on Love Island is like you couldn't get a fucking read on this guy. So it does make sense.
Also, I'm sorry. All of a sudden, Colton's the gayest person alive.
Colton's certainly gone through a rebrand. In many senses. But like the TikToks,
I only feel okay saying that with
TikToks have been so funny.
Where I sent you guys a TikTok where the guy's like, and Colton's like, move out of the way. I'm gay.
Yeah.
Gay guy coming through. Can I get a croissant? By the way, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Like it was like, it's a complicated relationship with Colton because we cannot forget that he literally
people fucking hate Colton.
Stalked Cassie's life.
Yeah.
And people, and then he's on our TV screens, and he stalked a woman's life, put a tracker on her car, and on the other side of that, you want to be happy for him being who he is.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just like trying to really take this opportunity, like being back on TV, and he's hosted other shows before, but obviously that's not really about him. It's like as a host, you're not really making it about more of yourself. Now you're a contestant. This is about you as a person on Traitors. That he's really trying to.
Maybe he's just like, this is my time for everyone to see me for who
I am, and try and be my real authentic self on TV.
Right.
Which he hasn't done in the past.
Exactly. And you want to be happy for somebody doing that, of course, but it's hard when you have the other side of Colton doing those bad things.
Yeah. And let me tell you, if it would have been disaster for him if he went so hard against Donna and then Donna was a faithful, like that really would have gone south because Colton had her pegged from the beginning. Colton was like, it's Donna.
Yeah, Colton had Donna pegged from the beginning, but then all of a sudden he thinks he's Mr. traitor hunter.
Well, that happens.
Thinks he's Dylan Efron.
It's the cocky guy who comes in. They're like, they get one person or they're right one time, and they're like, well, now I run this game.
But Dylan Efron kind of thought he was probably Pete in a way.
No, it all comes.
And then he's fucking with Rob.
It all started with Pilot Pete.
Pilot Pete walked so Dylan Efron could run.
He did.
But Dylan Efron was with Rob,
But
yeah,
Dylan
no idea.
Efron won.
Yeah.
So he kind of gets a leg up on Pilot Pete.
Pilot Pete was the one who was actually wow, this guy's a fucking genius.
It's true. Pilot Pete, he wowed us all on his season.
He did.
Colton just thinks everybody, he's I'm Mr. Traitor Hunter or whatever he said. And I'm being kind of sour about it just because of the past, which I think a lot of us are. Michael Rappaport won't shut the fuck up, which is not shocking at all. He's just a loudmouth. That's who he is.
It's going to get to a certain point where either the traitors just kill him or they have a round table where they're like, look, we don't even think you're a traitor. We just want you off. We just want you to go.
We just find you to be so
That's
annoying.
already kind of what they're saying.
Yeah, it's like we kind of don't think you're a traitor, but we just need your energy out of here. Yeah.
You need someone to hate on a show, though.
Yeah,
so although I really don't like Michael Rappaport, I do enjoy having somebody on a show that I can hate up to a certain point.
For sure.
So like Tom Sandoval, right?
Yeah.
Good to hate on the show, good to make fun of on the show, and then it's like, all right, now your time has come.
He was funny,
you may
though.
leave.
I feel like it's more like Danielle was like this, like everyone kind of hated.
Well, Danielle was so frustrating.
Yeah.
And but it's I find it to be good when I am frustrated on a show like this because I want to be engaged.
Yeah.
And whether you are happy or frustrated or angry, those are all engaging emotions, which I want to have while watching.
I haven't seen people say it's actually impressive that, because usually someone like Tom Sandoval, they'll come on here and people actually kind of like him in a way when they went in hating. But it's Rappaport is just he's the worst. There's no redeeming.
He's just so loud and obnoxious and just says shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. I think
he once upon a time tweeted, Rhea got this pipe.
What?
Yeah. Yes, he did. Because of when he was fighting, when he, remember when Michael Rappaport worked at
here?
Barstool?
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
he called the Stoolies losers.
I'm sure a lot of people listening don't remember that.
They don't remember. So
a
little background is Michael Rappaport worked at Barstool. And then he exploded one day randomly and was calling the Stoolies losers and the whole thing, which is, it doesn't fly. Well, you're going to make fun of the fans that support you. Not cool. And so everyone at the company was fighting with him. And I kind of forget the exact exchange of what happened or whatever.
The clown shirts was a big.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And at one point he tweeted,
sued multiple people here.
Yeah.
He did, Rappaport.
Yes. And then he was like, Rhea got this pipe or whatever it was. I don't remember exactly. And I was like, what? No, that obviously didn't happen.
Obviously did not happen, and you're disgusting.
And you're disgusting. And I was like, how old at the time? Whatever.
Yeah. No, you were probably 20.
I was 20 years old. So so I just am not a Michael Rappaport fan.
No, and good example of why not to be. You got
He's
the
a loudmouth.
Got the facts to back it up. And I think with the Housewives it's going to be interesting to see who kind of turns on each other. The show's just fantastic TV. Dorinda crying at breakfast the first morning after not being killed night one. Just so happy she wasn't killed night one.
I saw Robin, Boston Rob, talking about that too, being like, "What the fuck was that? What are we doing?"
Yeah, Boston Rob was like, "Why are we giving her a standing ovation?"
Yeah, it was just incredible. She was like, she made it. She didn't get murdered night one. Portia, it's tough to come on a show like this where people don't know your background. Us as viewers who have seen or watched these shows and know more about these people, it's I could have told you that Portia was misspeaking, that's, but these people, they don't know her.
Right.
So they don't know that that's what's going on. And I don't blame them, because if multiple instances, I would have been like, she's a fucking traitor.
Just an awful slip of the tongue.
Yeah, multiple times.
That you don't want to have.
Multiple
and you're like,
times.
why did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because anybody would be like, well, she's obviously the traitor.
For sure.
But
for sure. I'm excited to see the other players get more involved, because the first 3 episodes, there's always a a focus on like who those first traitors are, and the secret traitor was obviously a twist. Like, I'm ready to see. I want to see Stephen Colletti in the mix more. I want to see Mark Ballas in the mix more.
I thought Stephen Colletti might be the secret traitor because they just weren't showing him.
Right. Yeah.
But I think I'm hoping Mark and Stephen make it pretty far because they're not showing a lot of them. And I feel like right off the bat, they show more of the people who get voted off.
What do you think about Yam Yam?
Jam Jam?
Jam Jam?
Is that how you say it? I'm looking at the thing and it's...
Yeah, it's spelled that way, but it's Jam Jam.
Yeah,
Jam Jam, Yam Yam.
I go back and forth.
Here's I don't know anything about him.
I don't know anything off the show.
I don't never watch the show.
But who was...
I like that he doesn't like Michael Rappaport so much. So
that back and forth is making me laugh.
Yeah.
But I'll give Traitors an A.
Yeah.
I am rooting for the Traitors though.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I think a lot of people are. I think this has also been fantastic for Lisa Rinna.
A perfect resurgence for Lisa Rinna.
Absolutely.
Who did not have a good ending to Beverly Hills.
Nope.
I completely forgot what she's done.
Yeah. So this was really best. I mean, this so far so good for Lisa Rinna, I think.
So far so good.
Yeah.
And the way that she's acting on social, I'm really happy at the premiere and everything. I'm like, I think she goes far.
Right. I think that's just like, this was a good show for her, hopefully. Because so far so good.
And if they have to recruit a traitor, I hope it's Mara.
I wonder if Lisa will introduce her daughters to Rob.
You never know if they make that kind of a relationship. Yeah, that got today.
Yeah.
And then football for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
And we'll give the Eagles game an F-.
The whole team gets graded F-.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. I will also grade Traitors. It's an A for sure. And People We Meet on Vacation was a B+ for me. I really did enjoy it. I think I tried to separate the movie as its own thing, and I thought the movie was really cute, and I liked it. I finished Stranger Things. I really didn't hate it as much as everybody hated it. I feel like, I don't know if it's because I saw so many people hate it that it made me want to hate it less. Certainly some moments that were absurd, but I'm not like crying about it, being like it was awful. I don't know. It just like didn't bother me that much.
How many episodes did you watch? Was it just
I finished the whole thing.
No, I know, but like, are you talking about just the finale, really, or like
5, 6, 7 in the finale we watched?
Yeah. What did you think about that scene everyone's talking about, him coming out scene?
Well, no. Here's my thing. I think it was poorly. What's the right word I'm looking for? It's like
integrated,
poorly laid out. Like yes, like I didn't. I liked like that really scene. I liked that scene, but it was poorly placed in the progress of the show. Like, I think that scene could have been placed somewhere else, because it was like going from that immediately into like battle mode was weird. Like that, like that was a big jump, which felt like kind of nuts. Like, it was like, oh, that happened. Okay, and here's the plan on how we're
that scene
on how we're taking down the Upside.
And then the finale, where like we have multiple scenes where one by one everyone is like singing the same. It's like, I believe. Yeah. And then it's like the same thing there. Like, it's corny, but like it's not
it's corny,
the worst thing
but
in the world.
I get it, and I feel like they gave it a good ending. Like,
Are you happy with that ending with 11?
Yeah, I guess spoiler alert if you haven't finished it. Yeah. I mean, from the beginning of the season, I said, like...
Because she's like...
From the beginning of the season, I was like, somebody's gonna have to die.
But then she didn't die.
No, but she did die.
But, like, we don't... But
no,
like,
she died.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I feel like everyone else is kind of convinced she didn't die.
I think Mike just made up a nice story for all of them to think that she didn't die.
Really?
Yes.
I took it as like, yeah, no, she's...
You didn't see Sadie Sink's interview? She was like, she's dead.
No, I didn't see that.
Well, Sadie was like, I think she's dead.
I guess it's open to...
I mean, it's open to interpretation. That's why they did it that way. It's like, if you want to believe that story, you can absolutely do that. And of course, they show it, so like it makes it more believable. But at the same time, Mike's just like making that up. So
I just feel like it's classic Stranger Things to be like, we're not going to kill off. Like that would just, they never killed anyone off. So it's just like, we'll finish that way too.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, I do think that was like her sister. What was her name? Kali?
Whose sister?
Millie, the other girl with the powers.
Oh,
11.
I can't remember her name.
Like in Mike's imaginary situation, she's very much not like dead immediately. And in what we first watched, she seemed pretty dead.
Yeah.
So I felt like they would have had to, I don't know. I just think that that was a beautiful story for them to craft up to hold that in their hearts of like, well, maybe this is the ending we would have written for her.
Yeah.
But she saved all of them. So that's where they're at. I did have the same thought as you did when you said like, oh, the episode feels over, and then like I pressed pause and there was 40 minutes left. And I was like, how is there 40 minutes left?
That's crazy.
It went on for a little bit, but whatever. I'm a cheese ball at heart. So like trying to wrap it all up so nicely, like all of them on the roof, like the older kids talking about their jobs and that they'll take a trip together.
I saw so many tweets about being like, this wasn't even a friend. Like this is all like, they're not like a friend group like that.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. It just didn't bother me as much. Yes, there was definitely some pacing things and placement things that I was like, and unfortunately,
I just saw an article that said,
Noah Schnapp, like,
no, yeah,
not fantastic.
You see, like immediately after he's starting a rewatch podcast about Stranger Things.
Smart. It's smart.
No,
that's where he's going to make his money.
I just saw an article that said the Duffer Brothers said they started filming season 5 without the finale even written.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems from the interviews and the things that they have said that they've been flying by the seat of their pants for a little bit. And now they're doing like there's going to be spin-offs and prequel. Like there's like a whole world that they're building, but like. The internet went wild with all their theories and thinking that there was a secret extra episode and all these things. And I've seen so many of their clips from their interviews of them like trying to address some of the questions that fans have had. And they're like, oh, like IDK.
Yeah, they have not been helping. I feel like
they've kind of made it worse. It was like, hey, like, can you kind of explain your thought process on this? Or if there's like a plot hole with this, and they're like, yeah, I don't know.
They have had some crazy quotes. I saw a quote that was like, because they're supposed to be, this is it. But they're like, Stranger Things is kind of like, if we ever need to make money again, we'll bring it back. Like, they literally said that. They're like,
I saw people ask them, like, in that last battle with the Mind Flayer, that it's like, well, where were all the Demogorgons? It's like, wouldn't they have been a part of that battle? And
that was another question.
No, that's what I'm saying. And the Duffer Brothers were like things were moving too fast. They're the Demogorgons. Like, who knows where they are? Like, they probably wouldn't have been able to get there fast enough. They're in a vast other world. Like, I don't know if they would have been able to make it that far. So, I don't know. Like, I certainly enjoyed watching it, but it had its moments. It has its plot holes. It has its issues, for sure.
Definitely not like. What would you rank season 5 out of all the seasons? Like, for
me,
it's
too
like
long. It didn't need to be that long.
No. But like it's bottom 2 for me for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like out of the seasons. Like I think people say season 3 is the worst one, or a lot of people say 5 now, but definitely. I would say this is probably my least favorite
it like a C-.
This season?
Yes. No, 5, 6. Because I've been grading the rest.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 in the finale. Like I said, I am a cheese ball.
So not too much. I gave it a D+. That's not really that like far off.
You gave it a D+?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were going to give it a higher grade the way that you were like, I enjoyed it.
No, because I mean, it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to go back and like, I have no desire to go back and watch it. It was just like, but did the finale end and I was like, was I a little teary-eyed? Yeah, I was.
Oh, see, yeah, I didn't have
I was.
I was more like relieved, like, this is out of my life.
No,
now.
I thought, whatever. They tried. It was better. It was terrible, like in some parts for sure. But
I think I am curious to see like
my mind gives it a C-.
What the careers of these kids where they end up going. Like obviously Sadie Sink, I feel like Joe Keery, like I feel like they're set kind of, but a lot of the other ones who like clearly like maybe don't have the acting chops, like
half of them are musicians.
That's another thing which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so there's that too. I don't know why, but it's kind of like the funniest thing about watching this show. Joe and I watched the show together, and he just like hated Mike. He just he just like always like Mike's the worst, and it just kept it going like the whole time, which kind of cracked me up. It's like, oh, here's Mike doing pointless Mike. And yeah,
are you gonna watch it or no?
No, not after. Not
no,
after.
I mean,
this.
I don't think why.
The way that people talked about the ending, why am I going to put myself through it?
Yeah. I mean, there are some great seasons, but
there are.
Right.
I was like, I didn't hate it like I did, but it's
but I
wasn't
was already
fantastic.
behind, so why now when everyone hates the ending?
But it would be like Game of Thrones. It's like, would you not watch that whole show because of the last season?
Stand by the last season. I am not a last season Game of Thrones hater. I actually think the last season made a lot of sense if you paid attention to the show from the beginning. And people want to act like it wasn't written in the stars. It was. That's my take on the ending of Game of Thrones.
I haven't rewatched that since, but
I just think
I don't think I hated it as much as everyone else, but I definitely thought it was like
the three
worst
of us
season.
definitely didn't hate it as much as everybody else.
I just thought if you maybe rewatch from the beginning, you pick up on all the clues that it was just like right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm caught up on Salt Lake City, the finale before the reunion this week. Finale was great. I mean, these women, whatever, I don't know who they found to do this like Greek play, dramatic reading of their friendships and how they describe each other. It was pure cinema. Like, I'm like, where do they find these people? To be like, oh, Andrew's like, we're gonna do like a Greek tragedy about our friend group. And they did it so well. And it was like a way for a stranger to just like read them all to filth of like what they all don't like about each other. Kind of wild. Very excited for the reunion. I'll give that final episode a B+. I love Salt Lake City. I'm behind on Beverly Hills and I'm behind on Southern Charm, which I have to catch up on this week. And Stranger Things we watched. I don't really think I watched People Who Meet on Vacation and Traitors. Yeah. Coco. So I put Coco on Saturday night after the football, and I was bracing myself. Like I knew it was coming. Cried like a baby. Even I might cry right now just thinking about it. It's gonna bring it. Quite possibly could bring tear to my eyes right now. Let me tell you something. This like mean grandma thing, and it happened in Encanto too.
Yep.
With the mean grandma. And I understand why it was obviously crucial to the story, which it always is. But her smashing his poor little guitar, I mean, like let the boy sing. I will say, like, was I suspicious of the twist a little bit? And then when it got to it, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not dealing with egotistical maniac Ernesto de la Cruz, who was a terrible guy. Terrible guy. Another great animal character. Love that dog, Dante. Adorable. The music, beautiful. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I started ugly crying when Hector says he wrote the song and it goes to the flashback of him singing to Little Coco. Oh, that's when the waterworks started, and then it didn't end. It didn't stop the whole rest of the time. I was watching with Joe, and I was conscious of that because sometimes I like when I'm watching a movie by myself, I'll full like sob, but Joe like gets like Joe's like, oh my God, like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. It's just like it's getting to me, and I'm just like, he's like, are you crying?
You almost have to like look away.
And that's the worst because then you're getting caught crying, and then you're like, yeah.
You're like, I don't want to talk about it.
Like, I don't want to talk about it. It's gonna make it worse. But just beautiful. It's the only word. It's the word I keep coming back to describe the film. Beautiful.
The colors.
the love, the family, just the whole idea, like then I was just thinking about like the idea of your loved ones that have passed being able to come back and visit you. And it's just like, what a beautiful, beautiful thought behind that. And that's just like a beautiful cultural thing that they have a Dia de los Muertos and having and having this story be like a very loving, beautiful way to show that in a user-friendly way that like adults, children of all ages can watch and love. And it was so sweet. I'm
so glad you loved it because it
really
is.
I knew I would love it. I knew I would love it.
Favorites.
It's so sweet. I mean, they come back and they're celebrating and all their family members and they're the spirits and they're there with all of them. Ugh. Mama Coco. Oh my God.
Ugh.
I was dry heaving when he started singing "Remember Me" to her, and she gets her moment back.
Yeah.
And then I started doing, and the movie ends, and I'm like, it's just one of those movies that stays with you. So the movie ends. I'm going downstairs. I'm like, granted, now it's like also 1:30 in the morning because I put it on late. But I knew I wanted to watch it because I was like, I know I don't have other time to watch it. So I'm going to watch it now. And so it's late. I'm in my feels, and I'm like brushing my teeth, and then I just start crying again because now I'm thinking about my grandma, and I just, you're thinking about your family members and people you've lost, and the importance of family. And then I start crying again, and I'm like, oh, tears are streaming down my face. I sent you one, but this was the one. This was me actually when. When he was crying, I couldn't even send it. It's the scariest thing I've ever taken in my life. But I was sobbing.
Oh, that's not scary.
No, I was absolutely sobbing. I was like, oh my God. But I had to send the one of me smiling and crying because then you're crying through the smile.
You understand now why I was talking you through the fact that it is not a Marley and Me. It's not a horror film.
No. I know. And I knew this. I knew what it was. I knew it was a beautiful cry. But a cry nonetheless.
Right.
And sometimes those types of cries make me cry the most.
Right.
Like that type of family love and loss and connection, that's going to make me cry even more.
It really sticks with you.
Yeah. And here I was crying again as I brushed my teeth.
Oh. See, but it leaves an everlasting mark.
No, it does. It's
such
a beautiful,
a good movie.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And... and I loved that they got to be reunited, Hector. And, I was like, he needed that redemption. And the thought of like being forgotten, not being remembered, just gets to you.
It really does.
And like it truly, like you said, colors, stunning. Really,
it's a visually stunning
It is.
film.
It is. It is. One of Pixar's finest, I will say, as far
sure.
as like animation and... Dante becoming his little spirit creature with all his colors. It's just beautiful. Beautiful film. I'm saying it a million times, but it really was.
It's just making me happy.
It really was.
It's making me really happy that you loved it.
Yeah. What's not to love?
I know.
What's not to love? It's a gorgeous film.
That's what I've been saying.
I know. But you understand.
I understand.
You understand why it's one that I have put off because I'm like, I know I will sob. And in a good way,
but
because it just
feels
makes
good
you
to get
feel
that sob
all those
out,
feelings.
to
it
feel
does.
all the things.
I know. But unfortunately, I'm a crier that like when I cry, like I can really cry, and then it gives me a headache. Every time, like when I sob like that, 30 minutes later, that migraine's coming on strong.
Right.
It's just one of those things. I forget what the science is behind it, but it's there. And I'm like, oh God, I just have to mentally prepare for that, which is why I was like, I'm gonna cry and I'm just gonna get into bed and try and go to sleep. And just beautiful. Loved all the characters. Loved all the side characters. Was a big fan of the. Was a big fan of just kind of like. The whole premise, swiping people in and out, the flat. It was beautiful. So, yeah, loved it.
Yay.
Loved it. It's an A. It's an A.
Ugh,
What's not
warms
to
my
love?
heart.
What's not to love? Like I said, it
Warms
really
my
is a
heart.
fantastic movie. Have you seen it, Noah?
I haven't seen either of those movies. No.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I do want to see Coco.
Boy, do I
feel
have a
like.
double feature for you.
Tangled.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm like that. Like I don't know if that's like my cup of tea. Maybe like more like princessy type thing. But Coco, I do want to see.
Coco. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like you would really
How did
love
Matt
you
feel about
guys-
Tangled?
loved it.
Yeah,
You ever watch Soul?
Soul's
Pixar?
fantastic.
He looked at me and said, "You know, she really looks like Mandy Moore in Entourage with her haircut." And I said,
Honey?
well,
Wait, not knowing?
not knowing.
Not realizing
I said
anymore.
Well, honey, because I never said out loud.
Yeah,
that it was
yeah,
Mandy
yeah.
Moore. I said, I got news for you. It is Mandy Moore. He's like, no way. I'm like, it does. But if you look up Mandy
Yeah.
Moore in Entourage, it really does look like her because her hair is shorter in Entourage. But I think more so like, yeah, he loved Tangled, but I think he loved more me loving
For
Tangled.
sure, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
Because afterwards, I'm like, you make me feel like a princess,
Yeah.
you know. So I think it's more of that rather than like, you're my Flynn Rider. I love you so
much.
literally, and I'm like squeezing him, like, I love. I think it's
Yeah.
like more of that rather
Yeah,
than
yeah,
like, I
Right, it just put you in a great mood.
I love this movie. But it is a solid film.
Coco should
I think-
certainly be on your
Yeah,
list.
I think if you watched Tangled, you'd be like, yeah, good movie. I think if you watched Coco, you'd be like, oh, that made me feel some things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I agree.
solid animated films all around.
Yes. And that's everything I watched.
Wow, neither of you guys watched The Pitt, huh?
No, I haven't.
Oh, but I'm excited to start again.
You know the worst thing.
Congrats to Noah Weil, by the way.
Yes, Noah Wiley won. You know
Is
the
it Weil or Wiley?
Wiley.
Sorry, Wiley.
Wiley.
I've never known, honestly.
What was I going to say? Oh, sorry to know, Noah, you'll get into it, but speaking on the Pit, I haven't watched episode. Is it just one episode?
Just one.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet. And I did the maybe one of the worst things you can do to your significant other when you're watching TV or not watching TV with somebody. I said to Joe, "Oh my God, season 2 of the Pit's here. Like, we should watch." He goes, "You watched that one without me." I was like, "What?" I was like, "We didn't watch the Pit together?"
Like I did that?
He was
Wait,
like,
but he never watched it?
he never watched it. He was like, "No, you watched it without me."
He could have caught up. You guys could have done
He's
it
like,
together.
"You never." But in my mind, I don't know why I thought we watched it together, and we didn't. And he was like, "No, I didn't watch that one with you. You watched that one alone."
Damn, you're like, oh, you weren't there?
I was like, "Oh,
shit, I could have sworn.
oh my
know,
God." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
I don't get why they put that one out on Thursdays. It feels odd. I feel like that's like HBO Sunday type thing. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
feel like a Sunday show to me.
But like I just feel like HBO's
But the
like
HBO
show. Like that's their number one.
Yeah, but Heat of Rivalry was coming out on Fridays.
But yeah, I don't. Heated Rivalry
Yeah,
doesn't
but Heated
feel like
Rivalry,
an HBO show to me.
Heated Rivalry also like snuck up on everybody. You know, like they didn't know it was going to be what it was
Yeah.
when they set
Like,
the day. It also wasn't like Heated Rivalry was Canadian made. And
Like,
then
HBO
it
just
was
bought it,
like
right?
licensed. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology.
Right.
I think just like licensed
Yeah.
through HBO Max to show here.
I saw some crazy thing about like how much money HBO is spending per episode for Heated Rivalry because they like paid for it,
Yeah.
and it was an insane amount,
High?
really high.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
well,
all you got?
I mean, they're getting it back in spades. So episode 1 of The Pit, good?
Yeah. Episode 1 of The Pit was very good. It's taking place July 4th now that weekend.
oh, firework.
Well, we haven't gotten to that point. Maybe.
Right. It's the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Don't forget, it's
this
the morning.
this is his last shift before he's taking a big sabbatical. He's leaving.
Oh.
So this is his last day, and then it's also the same day as the guy who's stealing pills. I forget his name.
Yeah.
It's his first day back after being like in rehab. So it's everything's colliding.
Yeah. My problem with The Pit is I really love the show, but I couldn't tell you any of their names.
Move so fast.
Yeah, it does. I don't even know.
I
if
don't know what
know
any of the doctors or the nurses. I don't know what
What
any
is
of
his
their
name? Robbie.
Robbie.
Yeah.
It
It doesn't really matter.
I don't know any of their characters.
No,
names.
same.
Yeah. So good so far. It's interesting to see like each character has clearly changed. Like some of the newer characters who were like, I don't know if they were interns or what in the first season, who were like very nervous. Now, like fast forward and they're like leading the charge. And
what's the jump?
Very confident. Well, I guess it would be 6 months, like around. Like, I think that's the time.
Right.
jump.
I'm trying to remember when was season 1? Because was it winter?
I think I saw somewhere that it was like supposed to be 6 months. So I guess if it's July, then
yeah,
like,
that would make sense.
But yeah, it's just like first episode, but it's like, it's one of those shows that I'm like never checking my phone, you know, like you're just constantly locked in.
Yeah.
So I'll give that an A-. The Traitors, I'll give it B+ to give like
room to grow. Fair.
Every season of like every reality show, I feel like it's hard to not be like, oh, I missed the cast from last season. There's no one that I'm like, something about Rob, like this, you're going to just say, oh, you're not like a girl. And what, like something about him just annoys me.
He's a hot guy.
You should talk to my dad. My dad was
But
like,
it's not, it
this
has
guy
nothing
just
to do
thinks
with
he's
that.
so good looking. And I was like, well,
because he skates.
He is.
The thing is though, like, let's say that like or any like normal looking guy did like acts how he acts. It's like weird. Like he just walks into a room, says nothing, kind of just stares at everyone, and people are like, we love Rob. But it's like, I don't know. He's kind of a weirdo who doesn't like talk.
I think he's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I think he's
but, like,
awkward.
I think he's playing into it. I think he's like, I'm just going to say nothing, and like that's my thing.
I loved when Monet was like, I want Rob R to throw me around. It was like, everyone, I will say Rob has
Someone called him out on it. I forget who.
Rob R, now I'm talking like them.
Yeah.
Rob has pretty privilege on this show.
Just in life in general, yeah.
Yes, but like, because there aren't many hot, straight guys on this show. So you have Rob and you have Stephen Colletti.
But there's not any like really like single girls who are like fawning over him. It's just like
no, but the housewives love a hot
housewives. But and like
Young?
I say that he is pretty because like all the women are beautiful in my mind.
Yeah.
But when it comes to all the men, I'm like there are a couple standouts.
Yeah.
And it's Rob and Stephen Colletti.
Yeah.
So when you're Rinna and Candace, I also would be like,
like
Rob, like it's just like an older woman like thing. To be like, oh my god, you know. So I think he gets away with like what
by the way,
like what you are saying.
He does just have a weird personality as well that I think just plays really well into a show that you're. It'll benefit to you to not show all your cards right.
But
away.
like people,
even Matt was like, I wouldn't send him home.
But
it's like he's just got this like weird like awkward charm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people were going kind of after Donna, saying like you haven't really talked to anyone, blah blah blah. But it's like neither has he. He's kind of like like if I saw him, I'd be like maybe something's up with him. Like not everyone in that house knows like that's his personality.
Yeah, but I feel like he's talking to a lot. I feel like he's been talking to people.
He's talking to Rinna doing chess. The only reason we know that they're traitors, but other people don't know that she's a traitor.
He was talking to more people, and I love him like loving Donna. Also, really cracked me up. I know that that's silly, but him being like, "Is she married?" Probably.
You really think he doesn't know who that is?
Oh, he knew who she was. He was saying.
I feel like he was kind of like in the way I was taking it was like he didn't really like know like the lore about Donna Kelly. Like he was like, oh, who's this cute older lady?
No, he literally said that's how you make two athletes.
Yeah.
Oh, so
and then when he was like, is she married? I feel like it's very fair to not know if you are not keeping up to date with the Kelseys and the Swifts.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fair to not know.
Right.
I think when we first started talking about them, I didn't know if Donna Kelsey and Ed.
I do think he like understands the game, especially when
we're like so hardly defending.
Like when Candace like said, by the way, Candace is like
privileged. It's us. It's us. I'm back. I am back in like. He's roped me back in.
Club Roush.
Yes.
Because when Candace is like, which I think is crazy that before she knew anything, she's like naming people that she thinks are traitors when like they end up being traitors, which like even after the fact, like being like, I think Donna is a traitor, like when she could easily be the secret traitor, like is so dumb. And when she said that, Rob's like, why would you say that to people? Like, so I think he definitely gets the game, but yeah, I'll give it a B+. Like I'm excited to see where it goes. And then I watched this new limited series on Netflix. It's only 6 episodes, His and Hers, with John Bernthal and Tessa Thompson. It was fine. Like I had higher expectations because they're both great actors, but I didn't love it. Like I feel like the story was all over the place, and the ending, like I wasn't really that satisfied. I was just like that seemed like weirdly thrown together. So I'll give it a C plus. Like they're great actors, but the story and the show I didn't necessarily like love. And then that's all I got. I didn't watch Industry is back too, but I need to watch the new episode of that. But yeah,
great. All right. Well, we are.
Jeez, we talked for a long time.
This episode's over 2.5 hours.
I just looked at the time and went, "What the fuck?"
I know.
Holy shit! My eyes started
same reaction.
My eyes started twitching.
I will say it's going to be a great couple of months for TV, though. Tell Me Lies is back this week.
Yes,
and this is going to be a fantastic season.
Yes,
it really is. And we got Traitors. We got the Pitt. Woo!
It's almost too much to keep up with.
And then it all goes away, right? And then you're like. When it all ends around the same time, because it all starts
Love
around
Island season is like right after.
You're right. You're right. You know what? It's just the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That wraps up the weekly watch report. And that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. This especially long edition of Chicks in the Office. We had a lot to say. We love you so very much, and we will talk to you on Wednesday. Big smooches.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks.